Hello and welcome. Thank you. Thank you. If you're joining from Facebook, I didn't do a Twitch. Sorry, I didn't put the Twitch. I was limited on this device, but I think it's going out to Facebook. Thank you. Hey, on Facebook. I can't see you right now, but hi, hello. Like Wendy, how you doing? But here in the YouTube chatmosphere, hello. Well, how are you? It's been nice hanging with you today. We've been doing various conversations on a few platforms, right? We're diversifying. That's what we should do, right? Diversify. Don't have all of your eggs in one basket. Well, hello to everyone that's joining. Let's see who's first here. Diane Black, what are you saying here? Hey, Diane, how's it going, girl? Hey, Jen, Diane Black here. Just listen to Michelle Fielding's latest video on Mar-a-Lago. If I'm allowed to even say that on big tech platforms, can I say Mar-a-Lago? Is that okay? Anyway, I said it already. I don't know what the new words are. They change week by week, right? So Mar-a-Lago is probably on the list of words that are not good to say anymore. But you say, I think I will have a bullet in before or by Christmas. If this is truth and she always gets it right. Oh, Miss Diane, you may have to pop on and talk about it. Or if you want to talk about it like without any filters, join us on our night shift, night owl radio. Okay. Karen, can you drop a link for tonight's 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time radio, which, whatever this is, Diane, that might be a better platform. You let me know. But I'm not sure what you mean. Michelle Fielding, I know the name vaguely, but you would have to fill us in. Does anybody know what Diane's talking about? I hope that you're not thinking like something like that would happen. What do you mean by Christmas? I don't know what Michelle Fielding is putting out there, but again, it would be good to know what you mean, Diane. Welcome to Jane. Welcome, Jane. Oh my goodness, I love the title. The title is fun, right? So we're going to have a little fun, talk about some things, some interesting things going on in different spheres, right? If you have anything to add to what I'm, bringing up today, Janet, I will be dropping the link to pop in. You can pop in and cam up and talk. You got the floor today. Karen, greetings to the Chatmosphere family. Greetings, hello, greetings to you, good sister. The beautiful Harlem Sentinel, the professor, the John, the DJ, the brunette. Yes, I love that. I love that identity. The brunette, the American brunette. Did anybody know that that's an identity that I'm feeling I'm resonating with? I learned all this. I bring up Kevin Gillespie, Kev Gills, Press One. I love that brother. He reminds me of my cousin in Philadelphia. I just can't explain it. It's like I'm looking at a cousin, okay? And I love the he's not smooth around the edges, but that's the people that God uses, by the way. I believe he's a prophet. You could call me crazy. I've been called crazy by the best of them, okay? I don't care about that anymore. But I believe that in this end time, Jah is raising up prophets, and they're not the kind that went to school for seminary. They're not smooth talking, overly educated, right? These are people that are rough around the edges. They would be like what John the Baptizer, what I can imagine John the Baptizer would be a whole lot like what Kev Gills is. Like, will cuss you out. Can you imagine what John the Baptizer, or as you know, you grew up calling him John the Baptist, he was out in the woods eating raw honey, wild honey. They said in locust, but look, John, I don't know what kind of thing you were on eating locust. Is that another name for like a crumpet or something? But we're not doing bugs. We're not eating bugs here. They could take that somewhere else. We're not doing that. But wasn't he eating wild honey and they said locust? I don't know. Okay. Anyway, but he wasn't a smooth talker, and that's who God uses. So I'm just saying right now, I'm learning a lot from listening to him. He's opening up some understanding for me, and I'm able to put some puzzle pieces together with the various things that we've been studying together, the mud floods and the fact that the calendars are all wrong. Jason Bershears has a lot of information about calendars. If anybody wants to head over to Archaics, if you're new to that information, he has very solid research about the calendars and the time. But that's something that a lot of people that are students and scholars, teachers, professors, are realizing that the time and the calendar has been, of course, manipulated. They told us themselves. I mean, you have a Julian calendar, Gregorian calendar, you have a Mayan calendar, you have all these calendars. So you have an Ethiopian calendar, and you have all kinds of calendars. So what calendar is correct? We know that ours is not. Julian calendar is not correct, and it's been used to manipulate us, to steal our destiny, they thought, but you can't steal destiny, and to basically try to steal our identity. They were able to get away with it for a bit, but things are not working out for them, and that's part of what I want to talk about. So that is something that I've learned about. I want to obtain some books that were written by Martha and Mary Washington, and the term brunette is used to describe people that are brunette. It is not about your hair color, okay? Brunette was a term that was used in early America. So we're going to look into that, but I'm just going to go ahead and try the term on. I'm trying it out like you try a pair of shoes on. Yeah, that's what we do, right? Because when you didn't know who you were, we tried on identities, right? Some of us went through all kinds of changes when we were growing up. Your teenage years, you try out things. Well, we try out things and we learned, well, that's not me. I'm not a punk rocker. I'm not a this. I'm not a cosplay, whatever. Don't say that I'm cosplaying because they tell me I look like the Black Princess Leia. It's not a cosplay thing. Princess Leia came way after this hairstyle. Okay, so I'm not cosplaying. Don't even start. I get this from an aunt. I told you, one of my aunts from Savannah, she wore her hair like that, okay? Lillian, I believe her name was. My mother told me Lillian something like Lillian, one of my aunties. So you never know why you do things, okay? But I'm just saying, we try on our identities. We're told, oh, we're Indians. You put a few feathers in your hair and you start to, take on an identity. But even those identities are in question. All of this native, this, and all of these narratives, they're on the table to be discussed and challenged. And nobody has to get married to anything right now because things are swirling around. We're learning so much. This is the time when great knowledge has been like a flood. So right now, I'm going to tell you, I'm really rocking with the brunette term. I'd rather be called a brunette, an American brunette. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. Yes, shout out to Josephine Negrita. Maybe Negrita will make an appearance because she's been on one. Okay, she's really been on one. Sean, welcome. T. Witten, I'm glad you made it out. Blue Skies Mom. Well, hello. Unequally quick, Chris. You're in Arizona. Welcome. Welcome to you in Arizona. Love it. Let's see who else is here. Whoa, it's a lot. Oh boy, thank you for coming by. Look at this. I want to make sure Roger Carpenter. Roger, are you a carpenter? You know how names kind of tell what you are? Do you know how to do carpentry? Just asking for a friend. Mother of Messages. Shalom to you. I love the name. Powerful name. I know there's a powerful story behind a name like that. Shirley Brown, well, hello and thank you. Nixon, we just love that Nixon has rejoined us. We're seeing you more often and we love it. How are you doing, Nixon? And let's see, we have Joseph O'Sullivan here. Thank you. From Ireland, we've been hanging out a bit. Joseph, you've been so inspirational. Thank you for adding all that you do to this community. You have been beyond inspirational. You're making me want to take my passport and reactivate it. It does, well, it's active for a long time. It's in, but I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, reactivate it, like want to travel. I really do want to see Ireland now. I want to see Ireland. I want to see also that part of Scotland that I did remember the live stream? Well, no, it wasn't a live stream, it was content I created on, I don't say it right, the Hebrides. Did I say it right? The Hebrides? Let me know. Don't come at me, Scotland. I'm not trying to say it wrong. That's right, Karen. Thank you. If you want to join us, especially those that have this message from Michelle Fielding, please let us know tonight. It sounds like it might be for radio, more appropriate, because, these people are cray-cray. These nerds, and I want to talk about the nerds. I'm going to get on topic. I just want to greet everybody, but if you want to know about radio, we're doing radio unfiltered, Renaissance radio, renegade radio, whatever you want to call it. So that's stationhead.com. Jenny the John, 11p tonight, and we do 11a every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. So meet us and come on. You can call in and you can chat. We've been chatting about lots of things. I wanted to continue some good conversation that we were starting at brunch today. Jamie, hello. Hugs and kisses to you. Thank you for joining. Audio is weird. Someone's saying audio is weird. Tell me if audio is cracking on your end too. Hey, Saba. Did I say it right? Audio is cracking on your end. Let me see if my connection is good. Hi there. If you can hear me, give me something to know if the audio got any better. Hello, Mercedes. I'm glad to see you here. Welcome, welcome, beautiful and beautiful sunrises and sunsets. Hello. Sound is janky. Yes, that's what I'm hearing. 5 times 3.2. All right. Let me look into why. Let me see why. Aurora, hello. Aunt Bunny. Someone said Aunt Bunny. I don't know what that. That's right. I accept all calls. You have to call in. No holds bar. The guru. Hello. Peace, love, and light. Thank you for popping in. Johnny Borealis. Hello. Is it better? Is it better? Tell me. Juan is here. Hello, Juan. Hello. Hi. Yes, Negrita. Don't you love that? Your husband calls you Prieta. Oh, that's so sweet. I love Negrita. That is, little Negrita the cat, right? AOL, is that what it sounds like? I'm dialing up like you've got mail. Is it that bad? And Sean, you're going to have to tell me what Aunt Bunny means because that's funny. I had an Aunt Bunny. I had an Uncle Bunny growing up. Yeah, that name is funny in the hood. Rawhide, how you doing? Okay, I'm hoping that maybe the sound got better. Is the mic on the volume too high? Let me see. It might be. I turned it back a bit. Try to turn your sound down. Okay. Let me know what it's like after turning it. I turned it maybe half. Let me know. One Take Son. Hey, welcome, welcome. Love it. Oh, yeah, from Eddie Murphy on. You always make us laugh, Sean. I'm always laughing. Sean is so funny. Oh, my God. Full of love, Rawhide. That's so nice. I love it. So I won't go on until you tell me if the sound got better. And if you don't mind, also, while I'm waiting to get some feedback on the sound, can you give the video a like? Because we're doing our little, what is it? The AI, the algorithms, the algos of it all. Let's see if we can do a little something more with the algos. So yeah, make sure you like. If you're subscribed, why aren't you subscribed? Why? What is the reason? What more do you have to know? Yes, I use a spoon when I'm using a spoon. Aunt Bunny got a mustache. Is that what this is all? Do I have a mustache? Hello. Love you, Belinda. Love you too. Thank you, Nixon. You liked it. That's right. Thank you. That's right. Please hit the like button. It's not a big deal, is it? It's not, is it? All the spoon, all hail the spoon. I think the spoon is going to come out today. So listen, we're going to jump right into it. I think I've said my hellos. If I haven't said hello to you, don't get upset. Listen, I'm not that kind of person. I know sometimes we get in your feelings when you're looking at somebody on YouTube and you're like, they not even say it. They overlook me. Sometimes we don't even see things because the technology is janky, okay? Like, I've seen things where somebody makes a comment on the page, like after the video goes up, and I'm trying to find it because somehow I saw the comment. Now I'm trying to go and find it so I can comment and respond, and it's gone. I can't see it anymore. So just know, we're not trying to be all famous. And look, don't get it twisted. This is just YouTube. This is just YouTube. This is just Jennifer on YouTube. If you came to see me, I'd be doing the same stuff and you'd be rolling your eyes like, there she goes with the spoon. I have the spoon all the time now. It's in my purse. It's a part of life now. It has, sometimes I just get up and I dance. I have the spoon and I'm dancing. Like when the music worked and we were, remember the first part of the radio? Let me tell you, y'all, we were jamming some music. I don't know. It all got glitchy, but it's coming back. We're doing talk radio. We're being very nimble. Listen, I'm spinning delicious vinyl now. So we're doing a lot of, we're doing vinyl. I'm not going to let them stop me. So we're spinning vinyl. Delicious vinyl now. Look at that. So if you want to hear a little delicious vinyl and hear us talk, call in. This is a good platform. Radio is where a lot started, right? So I'll play some records for you, spin the records, and try to get it on. You remember when you try to get the needle just on the song? Listen, I don't get it right every time, but it's okay, right? You love vinyl? Yes, delicious vinyl, right? So I will spin you some vinyl. We'll do a little jazz standard, I'll get more vinyl, right? Listen, if you want to contribute to me collecting more vinyl, I like that you all support me. You don't have to support me, but if you want to support me, gosh darn it, I appreciate it. I thank you for that. Maybe I'll get more vinyl. But my vinyl collection it's a little bit meager. It's a little bit thin, very thin and wanting. That's okay. I used to have a nice vinyl collection, but it's getting back there. It's starting to build back better, but not with Joe Biden. What do you think? Do you think Joe Biden listens to records like vinyls? He probably listens to more like stuff on this. Now this here, remember I told you, okay, look. You can't play the regular. Oh no, it might have broken. Hold it, it didn't break. Listen, these things break. Do you all know what I'm talking about? This is dusty. This is what you play on the gramophone. Okay, all the dust is flying. The dusty. We're going to talk about dusties. Do you listen to the content creators that talk about dusties? You want to learn some terminology? We're going to talk about it because I don't think some of you know what's going on in these streets, right? Okay, so this right here would be an example. See, Mercury, hi-fi Mercury. And this is made in Chicago. This is made with a special resin type of material. You can't use regular records on there. Oh my gosh, look at that Juan. Thank you. Biden can't hear. Thank you for the super chat, Juan. Oh my God, I'm gonna get all the clip. Thank you so much. I appreciate. I might get a nice record with maybe I'll think of you, Juan. What kind of music do you like? I think you like. Don't you like LTD? You like good music, neo soul, right, Juan? Put the needle on the record and watch the drum beat go like this. That's right. Let's dance to the drummer's beat. Let's dance. Do, 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 do. Let's dance to the drummer's beat. Yes, Juan. Thank you, Juan. Look at that. We love Juan, don't we? Yes, you are an LTD kind of brother. That's right. I'm going to have to kick some LTD for Juan, okay? Yes. So, listen. Let's jump into this topic about Revenge of the Nerds. I know it sounds funny. It's serious, though. We got to stop the nerds. I see it clear now. Like I said, I've been listening to Kev Gill's Press One. Kev is helping me see it. I'm like, oh my God, my vision is just starting to clear up. But the nerds, he was talking about this guy, Andrew Tate. Now, I didn't know about Andrew Tate, so I'm not really in the loop, obviously, because he was a person who had a big influential whatever. He's a big content creator, millions of people listening. Now, this guy, Andrew Tate, he came up through MMA, mixed martial arts fighting. So apparently, allegedly, he's been deplatformed because there's some type of footage with him being he's not unaliving someone, but maybe trying to unalive someone, like a bam 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 bam. I don't want to say the word, but you know what I'm saying. Kick bam. What do MMA people do? They kick and punch, right? So it's not good to do that when you're not in a cage, right? When you're in a cage, it's okay to kick and punch and headbutt. I don't know what he was doing, but he has lost his, I think, complete social media personhood. Now, we are who we are outside. When all these devices get turned off, who are you, right? Are you the same? Or look, You meet me, this is who you meet. Okay, who you meet here is who you would meet if we were in the supermarket. No different, no different. But some people are not the same people once their devices are turned off. And this is a problem. So this man had a big following, and he would be someone that you would consider part of the Manosphere. Now, have you heard about the Manosphere? Anyone out here? Don't worry. This is not a quiz or test. You will not fail anything. Do you know about the Manosphere? And can you hear me? Can you hear me? So the Manosphere, for those that don't know, this is a whole underbelly of society, and it's filled up with a lot of men, but not all men, because now the Manosphere has been usurped by some alpha women, and I'm going to talk about all that. 5 times 5, good. So we're back where it looks like it might have been on my end, the reception, but just let me know if it gets janky again, okay? Because I might go on a sort of diatribe, okay? But yeah, promotes masculinity. Yeah, that's the question at hand. Does it promote masculinity? What is masculinity? And I'm going to invite you all to come on and talk about this, because I think we need to have a talk. So this guy, he was espousing some extreme ideology, which is happening in this sphere. Some men have come away from the Manosphere because it's like they are not resonating with the message. So it's like with anything, the message might start off okay, but as it progresses, you realize it's either been usurped, because all groups get usurped. Do you agree? Because that's what my opinion is. All groups get usurped. That's what you have to be careful of when you have a group, or you're forming a team, whatever it is. You have to keep an eye on the boundaries, the gates. But usually no one has to storm the gates, right? The barbarians at the gate, because the barbarians are inside the gate, okay? So they are pretending not to be barbarians, and they're just waiting for their time to strike. So in groups like the Manosphere, I'm not going to say that men getting together and talking about man things is bad, like a man cave. Go on and do your man cave. Talk about men, rough, whatever you have to do. Okay? Watch sports and talk, holler at the TV. It's all good. Or tinker around in a workshop and talk and whatever, fix cars and get dirty and dusty and whatever. But now what's happened, because masculinity has been under attack for a while now. We can trace it back, whatever you think has happened. I don't think anybody could debate that masculinity is under attack. And masculinity is a threat in this current culture. Hearing men with a bombastic voice. I talked about my Uncle Irving, who was a Philadelphia police officer. He retired. Now, this is a man who I was afraid of. I loved him, but I was afraid of him, because it wasn't a fear that he would hurt me, because he never hurt me. It was a fear of reverence. And that might be how they've described we should have a reverence for our creator the same way. It's not like, oh, I'm so scared. It's, I am approaching a very powerful man. A powerful man. I'm talking about men right now. The feminists, calm down. Okay, matriarchs, just sit back and have some tea for a minute. I'm talking about the men right now. So when you're in the presence of a bombastic voice, children respond to it. It's been studied. Even pets respond to a voice that has a lot of, masculinity. Now, this makes people afraid, though. They go overboard with their fear. My fear was a reverence for my uncle or any man. Like, I respond to that. It's like, whoa, thank you, Molly. Oh, another super. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate you, Molly. Molly hangs out with us a lot for our radio and everything, all that good stuff. Thank you. So when my uncle spoke, you know that you paid attention. It was a respect. It's a reverence. And a lot of men that have that masculinity. Now, we can talk about toxic masculinity. I'm not going to say that it's not a thing. I'm not going to say that because, in fact, let me just be real with you. Meet Fire for Righteousness. I haven't seen you in a while. Let's give some love to Fire for Righteousness. Thanks for hanging out and finding us. I'm going to share a little story. This guy, Andrew Tate, actually reminds me of someone that I was actually involved with. Years ago, I was engaged to. Now, I've told you guys on the radio that I'm divorced. I'm divorced, yes, unfortunately. Can you imagine someone divorcing me? But yeah, I'm divorced. And I'm not saying that it's a good thing to do. I'm not promoting divorces. Stay together, work it out, please. We need people to stay together. But unfortunately, that's what happened with me. We couldn't work it out. So I'm divorced. Many years divorced. I thought I'd try the whole thing, and I got engaged for a minute. And what a kook, okay? This guy, Andrew Tate, looks a lot like this guy that I was engaged to. Like, I'm sorry. I was like, oh my God. And then when I heard that he was mixed martial arts, what is it about guys? Now, don't listen. What is it about mixed martial arts that people feel like, okay, I'm going to put hands and feet on you because I don't like what you're saying? No. It doesn't work that way. You don't put hands and feet on everybody. You do that in the cage. You don't do that to women, okay? You don't put hands and feet on women. But apparently, because we have an issue with masculinity, and I don't know, you're going to have to help me understand. Now, this guy I was engaged to, he was a little toxically masculine. He thought he could put hands and feet on people, and he found out, no, you can't do that. That's not what we're signing up for. No, we're not doing it, okay? So there are certain people that put up with certain things and some people that don't, okay? That don't. Some people that don't. You get me? So any man who will put his hands and feet on a woman, yeah, that is what I'm identifying, okay? What is going on? And this hatred for women, I'm just talking about that right now, the Manosphere, because the Manosphere has taken a hit. This Manosphere, they lost some gurus, some top tier, high level, high value gurus. It didn't begin with Kevin Samuels, but Kevin Samuels, if anybody knows, I've talked about him occasionally. Kevin Samuels was a big, you could say guru, dating guru, dating and relationship and lifestyle guru. And he experienced a quick rise to fame. Now, the thing about fame, that people get it twisted. They get on YouTube and they start to garner fame. What is fame? You have a lot of likes, you have a lot of follows, you have a lot of social capital. But in the end, when you turn off your devices, who are you? Are you this thing, this character that you're creating? Or are you still who you are? And that's the thing that people, because of whatever ego situation they have going on, or it looks like people have a lot of trauma. It's a lot of trauma out here to be healed. And these gurus, these dating gurus and this manosphere, they really hate women. So the bottom line, what I really respect that like Kevin Gills has identified is that there's a lot of trauma. Now he played a clip of this guy Andrew Tate. Now I didn't know anything about him. He on the thumbnail, he's got hair. Now he's got like a clean shaven head, and he was given like a farewell address before being deplatformed. And he's being deplatformed because of this, putting hands and feet possibly on a woman, allegedly. Okay. I haven't seen the tape. I probably wouldn't want to see anything like that anyway. But according to what has been reported, he likes to put hands and feet on people, and he thinks someone's going to be okay with it. But no, it doesn't work out. Then he was espousing these talking points of the manosphere. So it gets progressively, they start out with the whole single women are the problem. If it's in the black manosphere, they blame black women for everything. They want black women to, you got one group of people who want black women to divest from black men. Then you have, black men that are like, I don't want you black women, hate you black women. They get millions of views if they say that. So if they're like, I don't want Big Shirley, like Kevin Samuels called like women that he did not like, he named them Big Shirley. So Big Shirley is like a dig at, fluffy women, okay? Big Shirley. And it's ironic because they put these women down, but then Kevin Samuels, for his funeral, it was Big Shirley that gave him a dignified going away. It wasn't all these like women that they want to run around and put it in the face of black women that they're not good enough. Those aren't the women that are with them in the end, right? It's the women from their family and community that they grew up with, that now they want to kick to the side. When they get a little money and a little fame, they want to level up, they think, to whatever the standard of the society is. Okay? And let's be real. There is a standard in our society. Now, we don't have to get into a debate about it, but it is. So there seems to be a lot of investment, if you haven't heard, a lot of investment in this gender war. But it is especially cranked up in the black spheres. It really is. If you don't believe me, ask somebody. It really is. Good afternoon, Tina. Thank you for joining. Tina, the truth teller and the truth seeker. Love you, Tina. So I catch little fragments, but there's a guy named, what is his name? Oh boy. Al Reynolds. Okay. He was married to Star. Remember Star, what was her name? Star Johnson, Star something Jackson. Nana for Trump. I haven't seen you in a while. Welcome, IG. Hello, what's up, Atmosphere? What's up to you? So, okay, this is what it is. Okay, so this guy, where was I? Get me back to my point. Okay. I'm talking about, Al Reynolds. So today, Al Reynolds, he said something about black women are, starting to not want, they're just starting to divest and go towards other men. Now, I'm okay with the swirl. If you want to swirl, and I'm not opposed to all that, okay? I'm not saying anything like opinion-wise there. But I'm just talking about the issues. Yes, Calio 1111. It was Star Jones. Thank you, Star Jones. Thank you, Star Jones. So he was once married to Star Jones. Now, Al was talking and saying that, Black women are just so successful. If you didn't know, the statistics are that Black women are graduating college at rates that are like surpassing many groups. They're going into business, independent business, and they're like just excelling a lot because I'm going to tell you why. And it's not like to say, oh, Black girl magic and all this, but it's because what is programmed into young Black girls, okay? When I was young, and my counterparts that are also, like I said, brunette girls, we were told you have to be 200% better than everybody else because you are not liked in this society. People hate you. So you have to work 200% harder because you're hated. Can you imagine? That's what we were told by our own people in order to get us to be like overachievers. You see, it's not that they're saying you're better than anybody. It's just saying because you're not liked in this culture, you have to work harder than anybody else just to be like, just to make it. So that's like that's put into your psyche. So you end up like some people are going really crazy. They're not experiencing wellness because of it. They're just like grinding and hustling, and it's not healthy. It's just not healthy. So what I see, like, okay, so when Al said this about, he was like, oh, I think it's because somebody just in the celebrity world is like saying that they're dating a white guy. It's a Black woman and dating a white guy and all this stuff. It gets to be a big deal. So somebody said, well, she should have left Black men a long time ago. She should have divested and gone over to white men a long time ago. So this is something that is being it's something very strong. I want to say I'm picking up on it's too many voices that are invested in the splitting of Black men and Black women, or if I want to use the term that I like now, brunette men and brunette women. It's like too many people have like an agenda, and they're coming from the Black community. These are Black so-called voices that are doing it, but it's an agenda. Nonetheless, it's an agenda that I believe it's coming out of the CIA, FBI. This is the alphabet people. They have such a disdain for the Black community. It's not the so-called white supremacy that they have gaslit us about. It's them, that they work and they foment all of this like racial division, but it's them creating it. And then they put their voices, their so-called Black voices, to foment and just to keep the chaos going, and to say that Black men and Black women hate each other. They don't want to date each other. And so now enter all of these dating gurus. So you have these weird dating gurus. Now, these are guys. Now, I'm talking about the Manosphere right now. So these are guys that grew up as nerds, okay, as nerds. And they're angry because they did not get attention from the girls that they liked growing up. So now these were the guys they're playing. Now, don't get mad at me, okay? Because I grew up observing this, okay? I'm speaking from experience in my neighborhood. They play Dungeons and Dragons, okay? There's a kid on the corner. He's playing Dungeons and Dragons in his basement. What do you think, okay? He's like scary. He's the kid I'm like scared of. You don't want to mess with kids that are playing Dungeons and Dragons. So I grew up with kids, like all kinds of kids, okay? Black nerds, whatever. I know them. I am them. I'm a nerd. Of course I wanted to get revenge too. But you have to know what kind of revenge to get. This is how I got revenge, okay? I'm a nerd. Yes, I'm a nerd. Do you believe me? I'm a nerd. This is how I got revenge. It's petty, and it's small-minded, but I'm just being honest, okay? I was a gawky, nerdy girl, so skinny. They called me a Ethiopian refugee. You know, that was what they, you know how kids are, they're mean. So they're like, you're so skinny, Jennifer, you look like an Ethiopian refugee. Okay. So I grew up being called an Ethiopian refugee. Okay. So what I did was, okay, you think I'm an Ethiopian refugee, all right? So I'll fix you guys. Guess what I did? I became a model. I said, I got your Ethiopian refugee, all right? So I got on the runway and I was strutting down the runway, not very well. I got fired, okay? Did I tell you guys I got fired because I couldn't walk in high heels? I wasn't a good high heel walker, okay? I had gay guys trying to teach me. Nobody could teach me how to walk in high heels. I've tried. I give up. You guys got it, okay? But the gay guys tried to teach me now the gay guys were so brutal. I'd say, "Oh, these shoes hurt." They're like, "I don't want to hear it. Just take Tylenol. I don't care." And I did it for as long as I could, okay? I tried. But I got fired as a model because I couldn't walk in heels, stilettos. I tried, but I got a little bit of revenge of the nerd. It's like the nerd girl, she becomes a model. Do you see what I'm saying? That's how she gets back at everybody who said that she had big feet. Yes, I have big feet. I wear size 10, but I am 5'10". I need big feet to carry my big body. Do you understand? I'm okay with it now. But they wanted me to feel bad because I had big feet. Oh yeah, the boys were always telling me that, like when they see me, when they would see me, they would say, "Oh, oh, the boats." They would call my feet boats, right? Because they were amazed that you could be tall. Well, I had to grow into my feet, But yes, I'm not a petite girl. I'm not a petite lady. I'm 5'10" and with 10 feet. Yes. And I don't know what I weigh anymore. I don't weigh myself. I don't get on a scale. Okay. I'm a fit 'em kind of girl. Whatever I fit into, that's the size I am. I keep a few sizes to move through, be very nimble according to right now. Things are starting to show, like this right here, for instance. This was really tight on me just last year, maybe a year or two. Very tight. Now look at this. Loose, loose. What do you think is happening? Why? What do you think it is? I'll tell you what it is. I don't eat a lot. That's what it is. I started to cut down on my calories. I just eat when I want to. It's not like, oh, I have to eat because it says it's such and such a clock. No, I eat as I need it. And I have started to adopt what is it called? You know what I'm talking about. Not the keto diet, but the intermittent fasting. Yes. Okay. Back to Eden. Let's get back to Eden. Let's start to get our health back, reclaim our health. So that if you start doing it as a habit, then it's no big deal, right? If you cut back on you eat one meal a day, or you eat after whatever amount of time, do your research. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not giving health advice, even though I've been a nurse over 33 years. What would I know, right? But intermittent fasting, my testimony is, look, my shirt is loose. It's not like I was like, ugh, it was hugging me before. Now it's like, let's get loose. I could maybe wear it off the shoulder. Look at that, right? I could do a few things. I could spin around in the shirt now, okay? It feels good not to have tight clothes, right? Tight clothes. So intermittent fasting, there you are. Do you do it, Tina? Intermittent fasting. It resets your body. Let's talk about resets. It resets you. Is that good? Saba, did I say your name right? Saba, I love that name. Saba S. Verne. ZL. Same here. I eat when I'm hungry. There you are. Yes. It's rare I ever do 3 meals a day, only one, and then an AM smoothie. So that's a meal. But yeah, it's better this way. Thank you. See, a lot of people are starting to cut back. And for those that are afraid that, oh, they're starting to interfere with the food supply chain. Well, I know some people are prepping, but if you start to also prep your mind and your body to take in less calories and live on less, that includes everything. It includes everything. And start to make your own things, your own bread, your own ice cream. I need to start making ice cream. Start to find out who are your dairy farmers. They're still in the fight. They're not giving up their farms. There are a lot of dairy farmers that need our support. Hi, Terrence. Welcome, welcome. Lilo, how you doing? Hello. So yes, let's see. One Take Sun says, I lost a lot of weight because I had to spend snack money on gas. What a diet plan. Thank you, Jojo Magoo. You're helping America get healthier. Look at that. God can turn whatever they mean for bad can be turned for good. And I want us to identify all of those things because that's something that I became grateful of. It was just that I'm more mindful of the fact that here in America, we have too much. Yeah, we could call it blessings and abundance. But when I go into the supermarket and I walk down the cereal aisle and I see donut cereal, Lucky Charms, what is it? Like they have every kind of cereal that looks like pure poison for children. This is all marketed for children and big children too. But it's too much. Especially when you go travel, if you go and spend time in a more organic kind of place, more down to earth, and you come back here to America, you will absolutely, like when I travel to certain places and come back here, I don't even go outside for a while. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to drive. I don't want to go to a store. I have to decompress because it's almost like vile because of all that we have, and it's just more choices and choices and choices. I love a choice, but for me, sometimes too many choices, it makes me freeze because it's just too much. It's overwhelming. And I don't think life is healthy to live like that. Corporatism, yeah, it's just disgusting. So I think a lot of us are feeling that we're over it. We don't want Starbucks on every corner. I'm glad that Starbucks is starting to close down. They need to reseed. They expanded too much. This is too much. As they say, too much is too much. We don't want Starbucks. I want one of you to have a coffee shop that I could come to your town and I could come to your coffee shop, right? We want that. We want people that grow coffee here in America. Can we grow coffee? Who grows coffee? We want independent, small label coffee farms and things like that, right? Independent coffee shops. That's what we really want, these kind of things. We don't want this over corporatize everything, because now we see what happens when you allow corporations to take too much power. Look at what they did to us during the pandemic. That was all corporatism. They became like a big octopus. Not that they became one, they were, but they took their mask off while they were telling you to put a mask on. Because how did they have all that stuff to roll out so quickly? You look down on the ground, they had all these little cute things. Oh, stand this, the next person, you stand here on this thing, and then this is the spacing, and then you stand here, and it was all on the floors everywhere. It didn't take long to see it. I saw it right away, and I was thinking, this is odd. How did they have time to prepare all of this? So we started to see that It's because the fix was in against us. We saw how they did it with the NFL, with Colin Kaepernick, the kneeling, and Colin Kaepernick and all of those guys. I don't care if you get mad at me. LeBron, they ruined sports. Yes, LeBron James, King James, he ruined the NBA, in my opinion. It's my opinion. I've been attacked for talking about LeBron James. Oh my God. You know, somebody who was his friend, he came for me. I had so many people coming at me. But I believe LeBron, he ruined the NBA. He took the fun away from it because he's owned by China. Then you had Colin Kaepernick, who ushered in all of the chaos with the kneeling. At first, I was with Colin Kaepernick. I have a Colin Kaepernick jersey I've been meaning to destroy. Hey, Stiletti. Yes, it's time for the spoon. Yes, this is spoon day. Welcome. And how's it going in Charleston? So they ruined a lot of things with these agendas, but this is because of the corporatism. This is klepto corporatism, whatever you want to call it. LeBron is absolutely a boule puppet. He has the boule tattooed all on his chest. Okay, so he has the boule sphinx or whatever that thing with the vial. So he has that on his chest. If anybody was wondering what that was, you could look it up. He is a boule all the way through, and he's doing the work of the boule. They are the gatekeepers for the king. Okay, that's what it even means. So, and what king that is not the king that we serve, okay? And I said that, and I'll double down on it. So this is what's going on. We have these dating gurus that are fomenting the gender war. They are encouraging men to hate women. These are the nerds who didn't know how to approach women. Maybe they got shot down. Maybe a lot of them are divorced, okay? Divorce has been rampant in our society. Now, the people that don't like family, the Marxists, the Nazis, they do not like family. In fact, BLM, a neo-Nazi, neo-Marxist organization, they had on their website before, I think they scrubbed it now. They may still have it up, but they were saying that they were against family. They don't like the family structure. They want to destroy it. They want to redefine family. And we see that happening. So the family is what they attack the most. Now, the Black family has been under a very hard attack. Now, there is a man out of Philadelphia. I shared on my social media. If anybody ever wants to look at some of the crazy stuff I put up on social media, I'm having fun with Instagool. So on Instagool, I put up something called Reels. So I've been putting together some reels. If you want to follow me, I'm Jenny the John on Instagram. On Facebook, I'm Jennifer Eason, but they give you a limit as to how many people you have on Facebook. You know about that. Don't worry, people are unfriending me still. So there's always that, okay? So if you like Facebook and you want to be connected, don't worry. I will be offending people daily, and I'll have openings, okay? I'll have many openings, I'm sure, going forward. But one thing I don't have as many are the trolls. Have you noticed the trolls have quieted down? They're sipping on their water. They're looking at your content. They're like, I thought she was batshit crazy. She is, but she might be right about some things. Maybe I need to look at all the crazy stuff she's posting. So that's okay. I saw a cousin of mine pop up. Had a cousin tell me that, everything was crazy, what I was doing. He was like, Trump is terrible. You need to reevaluate. You like a racist man like him? Now, this year, 2 years later, that cousin said, "Oh my God, Jenny." They call me Jenny, my cousins. He was like, "Oh my God, Jenny." He said, "Oh my God, I was wrong about Trump." Guess what he said? He said, I miss Trump." This is somebody who was like, Trump bad, Trump bad, Orange Man bad. He said, grab him by the pee. Oh my God. And that's what he was singing in 2020. And he was mad at me. Now you just fast forward. He told me, now I don't talk about Trump a lot right now. I don't know. It's not as like every day like it was before, for the election. Trump got me all into politics. I wasn't really into it, but Trump made politics fun, okay? He made you want to get engaged because you're like, Hillary Clinton cannot be the president, okay? I don't care. That witch will never be my president. We can't let that happen. But we got something just as bad right now. We got a dead guy, dead in the head. He's dead in the membrane. But it's our judgment, everybody. You kill children in the womb, America. You like killing babies, so that's why this is called judgment. You don't like me to say it, I don't care. I don't care what you Christians that want to always talk about all the good stuff that you think that America is. It's not, okay? You got to take the good with the bad. I don't care if you unfriend me, you whatever follow. I don't care about any of that. I'm not here for that, okay? You don't have to tell me you're unfollowing me. Do it then, okay? Just be about it. Like Puffy said, be about it. Just be about it, okay? Just unfollow me. Be about it. I don't care. I won't even know that you did. Nobody cares about that stuff. We're just here trying to have conversations and be real, okay? We don't want a bunch of fame and followers. We just want to have conversation. That's all. Nobody's here for a popularity contest. It all goes wrong anyway. When you seek those things, it ends up destroying everyone that seeks it anyway. Okay? You're not supposed to be famous. Okay? Try it out and you'll see. You'll come back around and say, you're right. I wasn't supposed to be famous. Why did I want that? Okay? Yeah, no more fake people. We're over the fake. Fake people suck. Okay? So here we are. We got dating gurus out here. You know what was funny that Kev Gill said? I just love Kev Gills. I can't explain it. He reminds me of one of my cousins, and my cousin's so funny. So funny, okay? And so he was saying these dating apps right now, everybody went and got that jab, and they were making the unvaxxed, making us feel like we were causing a pandemic of the unvaccinated. Remember, Jojo Magoo said, this is a pandemic of the unvaccinated. And you had dummies repeating something that a brain dead puppet dum-dum said, a pandemic of the unvaccinated. Doesn't that sound retarded? This is so stupid right now. So it turns out they ran out and did this and got jabbed and boosted and jabbed. Now, they treated us like we were dirty. But now, I'm going to tell you, out here in this dating world, people are reconsidering if they want to date people that got jabbed. If they want to have babies with people that got jabbed and boosted and jabbed and listen to freaking Dr. Fauci. Dr. Fauci. What the heck? We could see Dr. Fauci he was beady-eyed. He looked like a rat. How would you follow somebody like that? Okay? Why? He looks like what he is. He's a rat. He looks like a rat. How did anyone listen to him? So we got roasted and skewered, because we could look at Fauci and say, this guy is creepy. He's a liar. Where is he? He kills puppies. He unalives puppies, little beagles. I like beagles. He looks like a ferret. No offense to ferrets. They're kind of cute, but he looks like a ferret, like an ugly, evil ferret. And he's telling you to jab up, boost up, give it to your kids. Now they got dogs dying in Michigan. You hear dogs are unaliving. Now they want to jab your animals. This group is so wicked. It makes no sense. It makes not one bit of sense. Okay. So, okay, now back to the revenge of the nerd. Back to the revenge of the nerd. This is what it's starting to look like. That's right, Juan. Pure blood, pure blood, pure blood. You know, so you got Bill Gates, who is a nerd through and through. I don't know if it's the original him or not, but he's so nerdy. He might have been treated really badly by women. He treats women pretty badly, it sounds like. You know, he's been through his divorce and all that came out. They had a situation where he brought his girlfriend once a year on vacation. I don't know. He's a rich guy, billionaire. He could have whatever setup he wants, okay? That's how it is with guys like him. So now he's got power, and he wields power in a genocidal Nazi Holocaust type of way. Yeah, I said it, Bill Gates. I don't care. What are you going to do? Nothing. Because God is against you. Your judgment is at hand. Your judgment is at hand. I'm just repeating what I know. Bill Gates' judgment is at hand. Okay, all of them, all the evil nerds, your judgment is at hand. Sorry, you're not going to do what you thought you were going to do. It's not going to work. Sorry, you tried. You get an A for effort. So we got now these evil nerds running around, right? You got Klaus Schwab's, and what's that wicked guy from Israel that talks about people like roaches? This guy is like straight out of Central Casting. I mean, these guys are like, they should, if they did more Dr. Evil movies, it would be hard to choose which guy should be Dr. Evil out of these nerds. So you saw the movie Revenge of the Nerds, right? So we got a real life Revenge of the Nerds. The nerds have taken over. They have power. They run the big tech. We were not paying attention to our republic, and we were not protecting our First Amendment rights. So we allowed corporations to gather so much power that now they are protected by the government and they can deplatform people. Now, I'm not saying that this guy, Andrew Tate, should be deplatformed. I don't know what your opinion is, because if you agree with him being deplatformed, then you agree with everyone being deplatformed because people don't like what they have to say. I don't believe in deplatforming these people. I believe in having multiple voices, and in the marketplace of ideas, these people will eventually start to fall, because that's how it works. When people go against the natural order and they attack women, I mean, this is a whole industry of attacking women. And women are vulnerable. Women are not as strong as men. There is a difference. Women are supposed to be protected, not attacked by men. Period. Anybody who has that twisted, then they have to go back and find out why they don't see it that way. We are not powerful to fight a man physically. We can't do that. So if a guy is putting hands and feet on women, that's a punk. That is a punk. That's not a man. So this manosphere is filled with men that have this really toxic way they hate women. It boils down to this guy, Andrew Tate. He was doing his farewell address. And again, I don't believe that people should be deplatformed. So he was talking like it was like a violin, get your violin out. He was talking about how he was the product of a single mother and this and that. And this is why I guess we should feel sorry for him putting hands and feet on women, is because he grew up in a, oh, it's sad, single mom. And then they hate the single mom. So they have hatred for the mom. And what Kev said, which was really deep, yes, I bring Kev up a lot. Kev said that their hatred for their mom is displaced hatred. What it is their father. This is a daddy issue. Okay? This is a daddy issue. It's not a mama issue. It's a daddy issue. A lot of people have been abandoned by daddy. Daddy. Mommy, single mommy, yeah, she had to be masculine and take up the slack. Some men have walked away from their families. That's it. I'm just saying it. And so it leaves a hole. It leaves a lot of trauma. And then these nerds, if they're a nerd, they're going to hate women. And then nerds end up getting into big tech, okay? Nerds understand technology. So they get the best jobs, right? They are in school working at their revenge that they're going to take out on everybody when they get out and get into the world. They're going to amass money and power, right? They're going to get into politics. They're going to become the manager, the CEO, whatever. They want to rise to these positions so they can start to inflict like suffering on people and get back revenge on women. You know, you've seen the nerd. I've been in Vegas. I have friends that like to be in the private, you know, we're in the private lounge in Vegas party and I'm on the sofas. Can you imagine me? I'm on the sofa with my heels dancing. Yeah, T.I. I'm yelling at T.I., you know, hanging out with my friends that I don't like Vegas, but I could act like I like it for a night or two. But you know what I'm saying? I look over at the other booth in the private whatever in Vegas. It's some little pipsqueak nerd. He's probably a big tech billionaire, millionaire, maybe millionaire, because a billionaire probably wouldn't be that close to us, but he got a few dollars, okay? And he's up there with all these women in his private area. So you look at him, he looks like Dr. Fauci and Bill Gates put together, but he's got all these beautiful women and they're, you know, scantily clad. They got their, you know, their horror shoes on. They're all dancing, you know, dancing with the nerd. He's throwing money everywhere. And then it's obvious, okay? This guy has issues and he doesn't like women. Ultimately, he really doesn't like women. So these are the kind of guys that are now, you know, they got a voice to spill all their hatred for women. And what it's doing is it's creating an atmosphere of violence. Because right now, I'm going to tell you, the stats are that a lot of men are going cuckoo. They're losing it. And we got this whole zombie apocalypse. So whatever they've been boosting up into their body, it's maybe having an effect on this, the noodle. And the stress of what Jojo Magoo and Kamali have done to the economy in their short stint. They've taken it to a level of Cuba, Venezuela. That's what they're trying to do. So people are losing it, okay? And there's a lot of domestic hands and feet. There's a lot of domestic stuff going on. And it is dangerous to keep this rhetoric going. So whatever the healing whatever this healing is, if it's daddy issues, we got to heal our daddy issues, right? Hey, Abe, I haven't seen you in a while. Welcome. Welcome. You know, from nerd to sociopath, bad pivot. Exactly, Johnny Borrells. And like I'm saying, I can relate to a nerd. I was a nerd. I was teased by guys, by boys growing up. The boys didn't like me. They thought that I was a nerd, a goody two shoe. I was tall and lanky with big feet. So I wasn't liked by the guys. I had to grow into whatever it was. I grew into something. And like I said, my revenge was becoming a model. If you wanted to know, that was my revenge against all of you who teased me. Okay. I became a model. I got you back. Did you know? Did you notice? Actually, a lot of those guys that tease me, they turn around and want to date you when you become, like, when you blossom as a teenager. They're like, hey, Jennifer, oh, you really filled out. You're like, get away, get away, get away. I remember what you did. I know, get away. Now that I'm a model, now you want to holler at me, right? Get out of here. Keep that same energy you had when you were teasing me, right? So, we all have our issues if you were a nerd. But the revenge that is happening with some of these people, this trauma has to be healed. So we need healers out here. We do. Now, let me tell you this. I have to admit, I told a friend off recently. I know. I'm trying to be nicer, but I told a friend off. I'll tell you about this, okay? You want to hear a story? Not proud of it, but I'm going to tell you, okay? A friend of mine, I don't think he's listening, but if you're listening, I love you. I don't mean any harm, but, maybe we should sit down and talk over Cuban coffee or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. You're still my friend and brother, okay? But I have to talk about you right now. I'm not going to give your name. But one of my friends, Cuban, kind of famous, kind of a big deal. He posted up on the socials. He's in Cuba. He had a wad of money. He had a wallet and he's showing money. You know how that was a thing, like you got the money up to your ear, like, look, the money just called. What's the money saying? What's the money saying, right? So they took all these stupid pictures with the money up to their ear, whatever. So this is what this reminded me of, to see him taking a picture with a wad of money in Cuba. I'm like, wait a minute, but he's Cuban, okay? I looked at it and I don't know. I got up in my feelings, everyone. I don't know. It triggered me and I got to work on that. Okay. So I got triggered and I pulled the spoon out on him, but I didn't do it on his main page. I didn't want it to be public, but I went behind and I slid into his DMs. Because I'll slide into your DMs to tell you off. If you come at me sideways, I don't always do it right there in public like you did. I will come slip into your DMs and I will tell you, don't ever do that again, okay? Don't do that. I don't do that to you. You don't do it to me, okay? Like Kenya said, don't come for me if I don't send for you. And everything, no one gets hurt, okay? No one gets hurt that way. We keep a peace. So I slid into his DM and I let him know, maybe I need to back up because you're going to think I'm just problematic for no reason. I'm not. You might think I am. But I did this only because when I let everybody know that, okay, maybe I was wrong about Trump. I wasn't a Trump hater, but I told you, I thought Trump was funny. And mainly, it was more comic relief for me. I loved what he was doing. He was going after Rosie O'Donnell. And he was just fun. And so he got me interested in politics. So when I realized, because my mom loves Trump, okay? She was like always with the Trump. And I was like, okay, Mom, you love Trump. I get it. I think he's fun for television. But, it made me like him. And so I was like, maybe I need to pay attention to Trump as president. I was thinking of Trump as the apprentice, the guy, the Donald and all that from the 80s, okay? So I said, okay, I'm gonna try this Trump thing. And then who expected? I started really I liked him as the president, okay? I was like, oh, I dig Trump as the president right now. I wasn't paying attention. Okay, he's got my attention and now he's got my support. So when I let my friends know, well, you know what? I was wrong. Maybe I need to reconsider Trump. Oh boy, I told them I supported Trump. They came at me. They were reading, they were coming at me. It was so ridiculous. Mainly, I'm going to tell you, Black men were the ones that attacked me the most. Are you surprised? I was attacked by Black men the most for supporting Trump. I was shocked. They were calling me a crackhead. They were like, these are people that never comment on anything. If I post anything about children and their safety, it's like crickets. The minute I said I supported Trump, it was like, oh, you must be a crackhead. So that's what it was, okay? So this friend, this Cuban friend, he slid into my DMs. I guess he thought it was open season to attack me, okay? So he told me, oh, Jennifer, let me do it in my Spanish accent. Jenny, I can't believe, Jenny, that you are supporting Trump. What are you doing, Jenny? He's a racist and you need to be supporting Biden. I was like, what? I said, do you understand who Joe Biden is? Because this is my thing. You just got here 1 minute ago, Buster. You were in Cuba eating beans, living in your school like a prisoner, eating beans. And you're going to come here and tell me who to vote for? Are you freaking out of your mind? Like, this is what, I mean, we never had a conversation like that, but he felt so empowered to come behind in my comment section and tell me how disappointed he was in me for supporting Donald Trump. And because Donald Trump is a racist. So I was like, you need to look into the 1994 crime bill before you come at me. You need to do your homework and you need to learn American history. You just got here from Cuba. What the hell do you know about America? You need to sit the hell down and button your lip up. That's how I feel. So he got, a little bit, and it's because he's a big deal. Okay. He's famous, whatever. So I just, we didn't fall out or anything. He was like, Jenny, just call me, whatever. I didn't call him because I'm not going to get in. You're not going to bait me into an argument. So I let it slide. I didn't unfriend him. He didn't unfriend me. I thought he might have unfriended me. I was surprised. I saw him pop up with these dollars in his wallet in Cuba. I was like, damn it. I thought he might have unfriended me. I said, oh, hell no. He's going to get told off today. Because if he hadn't done that to me, I'm just letting you know, if he hadn't come at me telling me how he was so upset at me for supporting Trump, the racist. If he hadn't done that, I wouldn't have said anything to him. But I was offended, okay? I know it's my fault for getting offended, but I was offended. And you know what I told him? I'm going to tell you guys what I told him. I'm not going to use his name. How you doing? How you doing, Poppy? I still love you. I love you. Okay, so I told him, I said, let me tell you something. I don't like seeing you flashing money in Cuba. I don't think that's good. And I said, furthermore, the reason why you can do that, flash all that money to your home people, is because of the sacrifices my forefathers made for you to bring your ass to this country and make a wad of money. So you could go back to Cuba and you can flash this in the faces of the Cubans, your people. Are you kidding? What the hell happened to him? He came to America and he got it twisted. You let this money and fame get to your head, and you're going to have to get taken down some notches, because that's the energy that we're in right now. Don't get it twisted. Don't come to America and think that you're a big deal because you have a few coins right now. That's not good. And I couldn't keep my peace. I had to let him know, you're here on the back of my people. My people were the ones fighting in the wars. Your people weren't on this soil fighting and losing their lives. So how dare you come to my country, tell me who to vote for, and tell me what is racism? And you come from a shithole country, Cuba. That's right, I said it. I've been there. I lived there. How dare anyone do that? You will be back in Cuba wishing for a raft to come and get you, so you could come over here and eat good. You know what? The days of that are over. I said, you are basically now enjoying privileges of people who built this nation. We built this nation so you could come and have an American dream. You didn't have a dream in Cuba. You can't even talk freely in the streets. You're afraid somebody's going to turn you into the Gestapo in Cuba. Raul, and the Castros. They'll have your ass in jail. I'm back. Who's still here? What happened? I was on a rant and they took me off. He said, John, we built this. John said she should be back in a bit if it's just a streak. I don't know. What happened? Okay, so finishing up, I've been on a rant for a while. Camera's still frozen. Good now. 420 says good. You know we are. You followed me through many deplatformations. Can you hear me? Let me know. know. Let me know. I won't go further until you can hear me, but the camera's frozen. Camera hardly. Oh gosh. Oh no. Okay. It should be back now. Hey, no, Trump. But you know what? The audio is in. They're messing. Apparently, Cuba. I'll talk about Cuba if I want to. Okay. I'm gonna pop on. You hear me? Okay. All right. So it won't let me right now. Still freezing. Goodness. All right. Doctor said you're making too much sense for YouTube. Okay. All right. So let me know if you can see me. Signal is choppy. Broke the internet. Oh my, who would have thought me talking about Cuba? I'm going to wait to see if everything gets back to normal. My signal is strong. I'm looking at that. Say something different to a lot better now, Mercedes. Good. Yes, so finishing off where I left off. I just told this friend, do not ever, 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 ever do that again. And enjoy yourself in Cuba. God bless you. I hope you enjoy yourself. I told him off and then said, I hope you have a nice time traveling. Mercies, okay? And you know what? He had nothing to say back. He had nothing. He didn't even respond, which was smart. You don't respond to a woman with a spoon. Just let me rant. But I felt that I was in the right because he felt comfortable to come at me unsolicited. So I did him a favor, told him how I felt, that he should appreciate being in America, and that I did not want America to turn into Cuba. You see how that works? I don't want my country to become Cuba. I've lived in Cuba. All right. So we're not doing Cuba here in America. That's why you're here, because you did not want to live in Cuba. All right. So let's keep America, not Cuba. Real simple. So that's what a lot of people that come here as immigrants are going to have to understand. If you're here because you came from a place where you need asylum from it, don't come here and turn here into there. It's real simple, okay? Real simple. If we do that, no one gets hurt, okay? Because we're not putting up with it anymore. There's going to be a new sheriff in town. A lot of people are waking up, okay? A lot of the American brunettes are waking up, and we see the agenda against us. It's a special agenda. It's not white supremacy, okay? It's Nazism. And the Nazis really hate the American brunettes. They really hate the American brunettes for some reason. Okay? They really do. You want to visit? Oh, you got to come. We're going to have the best time. You'll be all over the country. Everybody will show Joseph places in America. I'll have to definitely show you Georgia and Pennsylvania. You'll have to come to Philly and do a Philly. I'll have to do a Jenny tour, we call it. and show you all around. So I'm not able to drop this link. I was going to drop a link. It's not allowing me to for whatever reason. I wanted to see if anybody wanted to come and talk, chat. But for the most part, that's all I wanted to talk about. Is I wanted to talk about this manosphere and how this is the Revenge of the Nerds. That movie was like a prophecy that I guess it goes to just, it stands to reason that people that are picked on and bullied for being nerds or looked over by the women, maybe they've gone through divorces, daddy's not there, mommy is a single mom, and they end up hating women, they get a lot of money, and they're abusive. They're abusive. And they take it out on everybody. So this whole gender thing in the dating world, I wanted to see what you all were thinking about a lot of it, what your opinion is, how to heal it. I don't know. What are some of your ideas on how to heal this? Joe will all go eat Mexican. Yes, you'll have to, get all the good Mexican food. You have to hit Texas and California, right? And Arizona has good Mexican food. Yep. Nancy said him flashing money like that is so disrespectful to all the poor folks in Cuba. Just thank you, Nancy. That's why, you know what? That's why I couldn't hold my peace, because I felt like that's a really cruel thing to do. Like, you left this country not that long ago. He hasn't even been in America that long. And now he has reached a comfortable place where his art is paying him very well. And to go back to his home country, knowing how people suffer, and to flash money, American money. It's kind of stupid. For one, it's not even safe to do that, but it's cruel. And that's why I had the issue with him. Otherwise, I let bygones be bygones with what he did to me, but I just let him know that I didn't like the flashing of money to the poor people in Cuba. That's like that's like being a bully. When I travel to places that have more poverty, I tell my daughter, because I take my daughter traveling all over the world. I used to back in before 2020. I worked hard to give her the gift of travel, and I enjoyed it. She's a great, perfect travel companion, because I don't like traveling with the friends that I used to have. I didn't like traveling with them. I had one friend that was so obnoxious. She's bringing all her Louis Vuitton luggage and just overpacking, just a materialistic person, like to the core, really disgusting. And, traveling with people like that, they're very ignorant. They don't know. They're like very tone deaf. They'll wear all their expensive stuff and they're walking through these places where people suffer. It's cruel. It's like being a bully. So, we're very mindful. My daughter and I, we try to do our research and understand where we are traveling to. We don't wear certain things. We try to just blend in, and we don't take a lot of stuff. It's like you just don't pack like a lot. It's so disgusting, the American mindset. It has to, we have to be humble, more humble, or meek, or whatever you want to call it. I know people don't like the word humble. I'm not saying, have low self-esteem, but don't go to a country and you're wearing all this expensive stuff and you're like, and I had to learn a lesson too, because when I was in Ethiopia, I had just bought a brand new pair of sneakers. That's what we call athletic shoes in Philadelphia. We call them sneakers. So I just bought a brand new pair of sneakers to go over and work in Ethiopia. I was working as a nurse over there, and they didn't really, the shoe department didn't instruct me well, and it was kind of common sense. I bought the size that I wear, but you're supposed to buy maybe a half size or a size bigger, when you are wanting to walk on shoes for a long time, especially athletic shoes. You all probably know this, but the salesperson didn't tell me this. I learned the hard way. I don't know why I didn't know that, but I bought these sneakers that just fit perfectly. They were perfect fit. So here I am working in Ethiopia, and my feet were just, I couldn't take it. The shoes were so painful. So they were pink, you know. I'm girly. I like the pink, you know. Said they were like a pair of pink Nikes, real bright pink, like Barbie pink. So I didn't want to wear them anymore. I couldn't take it. So I had another like backup pair of shoes, probably my Birkenstocks. I think I just broke my Birkenstocks out and said, look, I'm wearing my Birkenstocks to work. That's all. And I said, I'll give my sneakers to one of the like workers or somebody that might have the same size shoe. Well, somebody told me afterwards, they said, be careful doing stuff like that in certain places. I was okay, but they were saying if you were to give things like that to certain people, if they live in an impoverished part of town, you may create a dangerous situation by giving them. Imagine, okay, if I had done that, like given my brand new pink pair of Nikes to maybe somebody at the clinic, like that lives in more of the like the poor part of Addis Ababa, then they go back to their neighborhood with these brand new sneakers from an American. And, you know, they already have these perceptions of Americans, like we're all rich and everything. So it will create a problem. Think about it. It'll make people feel like a sense of like, oh, why did you get that? You know, and it may endanger their lives. So, you know, someone taught me that, and you learn when you travel. So even giving away things that you may want to give away things, you just have to be careful because you'll upset a balance by coming and thinking you're like, oh, I'm the great American. I'm coming to save and help everyone. I don't even like that whole thing anymore. I'm reconsidering even the work I did over in Ethiopia. Not that I did anything bad, but it's like, it's the idea of how we think about like us going to all these nations to help them and we're bringing the gospel. Well, you know, America, this is why I don't like that sort of Christendom stuff where they only want to, oh, we do so much good. We go to all these places and we help them. It turns out that it's nothing but poverty porn. Like you want to take pictures with all the poor African babies so you can look good to your church people, right? I'm saying it because we all have to look into our heart why we want to do these things and question why are you motivated to want to go over and help all the poor people and bring the gospel to them. We have no place to be bringing any gospel to anybody, to be honest. Do you realize that people are coming to America now to bring the gospel? That's how dark it has turned here in America. And a lot of people don't like to hear that. They only want to hear the good stuff. But America has turned so dark that people from other nations are coming here to bring the gospel. So don't get on a high horse about us taking the gospel to anybody. Because, again, all the babies that have been slaughtered in the womb, we don't have a moral high ground to think we're taking the gospel to people. We better make sure we have the gospel here. We have law and order, and that we repatriate back to the Father, because we all have daddy issues. We all have daddy issues. We all have trauma, and we need more people. I was talking earlier on the radio. I'm starting to think that everybody should get back to Eden. I get nothing for saying that, but if everybody had a reference book for health, like Back to Eden, this is what I see happening. We need to create alternative healing communities, because my experience last week going to the hospital in this community to help. Remember, I told you I'm entering into a sacred space of helping somebody, and this person is dealing with life and death choices. Okay, this is heavy stuff that they've been, you know, hit with. So they need advocacy. And I can advocate for people in a way that I sit back and I'm quiet. I don't come at everybody with the spoon, but I'm over there taking notes. And when they want me to intervene and ask questions, I do it. But one thing I'm going to say, stay out of these hospitals, okay? Stay out of these hospitals. We've become too hospital oriented. Like, oh, I broke my eyelash. Let me go to the ER. I can't stand that. I can't stand people that use the hospital as their primary care doctor. That is so ignorant. And by the way, that's what a lot of people do that are brought over the border, okay, illegally. They are flooding the emergency rooms. They are flooding the labor and delivery departments of the hospitals. Okay, I worked at Grady Memorial Hospital in Atlanta, and I could tell you, I could do a whole live stream on what the burden of the illegal immigrants, and you're not allowed to ask them anything about their Social Security or anything. It's against the law to do that. So it is such an abuse that is happening. It's been happening, but it's at a far higher degree now. But you know, the thing is, it's like, we cannot continue to put such a burden on a hospital system. It's supposed to be set aside for acute care. That means you broke a limb, you can't breathe, you're bleeding out of your head. I mean, this is emergency. You have people that come in for sniffles, they have the flu, so they come to the ER and they sit in the lobby for hours. They have the whole family there. It looks like a family reunion. They love the hospital. We got to get away from loving hospitals, wanting to get attention for being sick, for being a hypochondriac, Munchausen's by proxy, all that sick stuff. It's just crazy. I remember, okay, during the first part of the pandemic, I was going out. I was working at a hospital. I was always getting Uber Eats. You know, we were always ordering Uber Eats. So I would come down through the ER to go meet the Uber Eats guys because, you know, whoever had to go pick it up at the door. And, you know, you go to get the Uber Eat. They're in the car with the mask. Hi, Jennifer. Here's your food. It's like, can you take the mask off? What are you doing? You're in the car by yourself. I'm not scared of you. Take the mask off. Gosh. So I would like go and pick up the, you know, food and everything, you know. But this one evening, I'll never, you know, some people you never forget. And, you know, sometimes I might not be able to like hold my peace. This is another incident. It was a young black man. Yes. A young negrescence, like a brunette man, young. He looked very healthy. Now, this is when everybody was scared, okay? Everybody was in their house doing TikTok dances and, you know, they were eating and getting their stimulus checks and happy at home, right? Scared of the virus. We can't come out. Only the people that are whatever, you know, they called us, you were essential workers, right? So I was moving about and it was really like empty. Everything was empty, you know? So even when they lied to everyone and they said these ERs were overrun with people, they were not. And I have pictures to prove it. The ERs were empty because people were afraid to come in. So people who would have normally come to the ER, they were staying home. Y'all were figuring out, you probably figured out you had a Back to Eden book and you took care of your own little sniffles and whatever else. That's what your grandmom used to do. She didn't run to the doctor. Your granddad, they used to know how to take care of their own bodies, okay? A lot of times you need to detox your body. You need to have a good bowel movement, right? You might need to take a cold bath. It's a lot of things you can do. So this young black, I'll just use the term, young black man is walking up to the ER. Now it's empty. Nobody's out there. You got the people in the ER. They were behind all those like shields. Remember, they had the goofy plastic shields and they were out there with their things on. They're outside to greet people as they were supposed to come into the ER, but nobody was coming in. But they're sitting still behind plastic shields with masks on outside of the ER, ready to take your temperature, put gloves on you, give you the poison toxin hand wipe. And they're just looking stupid. I'm walking without a mask and I'm just annoyed, okay? Just constantly annoyed at the dumb, just how everything turns stupid, real stupid. So I see this black man approaching. He looked fine. I couldn't see any problems that he would have had. And I found it odd that he was walking with no problems right up to the door of the ER. Something told me to ask, just say hi. So I got my Uber Eats, which I should have taken my butt back up to the floor before the food got cold. But no, I had to not mind my business. And I said, hey, how you doing? And he was like, hey. I was like, hey, you okay? He was like, no, I need to be seen. I was like, what's going on? You know what he told me? He had an upset stomach. Can you believe that? He told me he had an upset stomach. I couldn't keep my peace, y'all. I looked at him. You know, I did it like a joke. I didn't come on too aggressive, but I said, you have an upset stomach? And you're coming to the ER. He was like, yeah. This is one. Just like, it's kind of like nauseous. And I was like, you're nauseous? Oh, okay. I said, do you have anybody in your family that might be able to suggest things when you feel nauseous that you don't have to come to the emergency room? And you know what? He had a blank stare. He didn't understand what I was talking about. He had no idea. That shows me that people don't have those wise people in their families anymore. What's happened to the people that used to carry these books right here? What happened? We need to become those people. Because if somebody thinks that going to the emergency room because they have nausea is normal, we got to really, we had to reel this in. Because that's stupid. That's stupidity on other levels. He was able to walk. He was breathing. You couldn't tell he was in any distress. But he was walking to a hospital during a pandemic because he had an upset stomach. You make that make sense. But that's the kind of stuff that goes on a lot. It's not going on probably as much anymore because I think that this virus scared a lot of people, but I don't know, it could be going on. They might be back to their dumb normal selves because I don't really pay attention to hospitals anymore. But we got to stay away from the hospitals. That cannot be your option for simple things that used to be taken care of because people knew how to take care of their health. They knew about remedies. That's right. Old school remedies. Welcome, Rosie Pie. Thank you. Thank you for joining. It's so nice. I was going to try to drop the link. I can't. I have no ability to drop the link right now. That's crazy. Oh, wait a minute. I do. Hold it. I do. If anybody wants to come and chat, let me drop the link. I know how I could do it as a banner. Let me do it as a banner. Because it won't let me chat with you. Let me try it. Okay. Let's see. Okay, here it is. Let me see if that works. Jump in. Come and talk. I've been talking all this time. Come and chat. Rosie Pie, won't you drop in? Drop in, Rosie Pie. It would be nice to hear from you. Anybody else? Molly, look at anybody. Jamie, Nana for Trump. Come on. Wild Dragon, that would be fun to have you drop in. I'd love to see you drop in. Come on. I dare ya. Come and talk to me. I haven't been jabbed and boosted. You could come talk to me. I'm unvaccinated. I'm unvaccinated. Come talk. Lisa, thank you for the welcome. Hey, Lisa. Welcome, Lisa. Has everyone given Lisa some nice, warm, give our sister Lisa some welcomes? You don't see the link? Oh, wait, let me take Lisa off. Lisa's comment. I had it on there. Okay, there it is. There it is. Come on, Mercedes. Didn't you come to talk? Yeah, Mercedes has been up here. I'm waiting. Molly, are you coming? Come on in. Let me see. Who's haven't been vaccinated. I'm the pandemic of the unvaccinated here. Pure blood, pure blood. Aurora. Ooh. Oh, I thought my bottle of water said Aurora. It says Niagara. Hal. Rosie Pie, if you take that link right there and just punch it in, just as it is, it's a live link. You don't have to have an app or anything. Just put that in another window, and as soon as you hit it, you're going to be right in backstage, and I'm going to let you on. And you could talk your stuff, okay? Pure Bloods. Hey, D Nice. Pure Bloods. Pure Bloods. Stand up. Okay, Karen is telling you how to do it. Type the link inside your YouTube. Okay, Karen, that's how you do it? Okay, Pure Blood. That's so funny. Somebody told me, don't say pure blood. It sounds like Nazi stuff. I think it's fun. I think it's cute, okay? Who's still here? Who's still here? Donna said, proud to be a pure. Love to you, Donna. Thank you. So you gonna come in, Rosie? That'd be so nice. That would be so nice. I hope the truth goes viral, right? That's right. Juan, are you pure-blooded too? I'm just here waiting. Oh, somebody took my invitation. Who's this? Uh-oh. Wild Dragon is... Whoa. Whoa, that's what I'm talking about. Wild Dragon? Is that you for real?
Can you hear me?
Oh my gosh, this is a treat. How you doing, brother?
Hang on.
Can we hear him? Hey, Wild Dragon. What's up? That's right, 420. You gotta love it. What's up? Give us some. What's going on up in Canada? Canada stand. What's new?
Trying to get my volume working.
Oh, your volume? Okay, get it.
Or
get
can
your
you
volume.
hear me?
I can see you fine.
Can you hear me?
Me. Thank you. Oh, I love that number. 555. Thank you for the
Oh,
super
you should be
chat.
able to hear me.
If it's being sold as in your best interest and for the betterment of all, be sure to consider the source and follow the money. Thank you. And thank you for the money. I appreciate that. Blessings. Yes. So what's going on? What's new? Wild Dragon, talk to us.
Oh, not much. You can hear me, eh?
I can hear you.
All
What's
right.
going on? What's new?
I'm just coming in to say hi. Show you how to...
What's going on in Canada? Tell us. What's up?
Copy your link in...
Copy
the link and you post it in YouTube chat, not in StreamYard chat.
Okay. I hear you. You're good. So talk to us. Kick the knowledge. What's going on with you're growing the 420. I love those plants. Let me tell you, for anybody, 420 grows his 420, okay? He's got beautiful plants. How long have you been growing your 420? What's been up with that?
I've grown for a long time in my life inside. This is my first year growing outside.
Oh, okay. So what's the difference with growing 420 outside? What type of things do you have to consider?
I don't know, not much that I can see. You just got to learn how to grow the plant itself and give it nutrients as the season goes through.
Okay.
It's out there for 4 months growing, 2 months of veg, 2 months of bud.
And 2 months of what now?
Veg cycle. and
Veg
then it goes in.
cycle?
Yeah,
Okay.
18 hours is veg time, and
Oh.
then the hours turn back to 12 hours at light, and
Oh.
it goes into
Okay.
bud time. And when it goes into 12 hours of light, it goes to bud. Start
To
changing
bud.
bud.
It's called bud time. Oh,
Yeah, it
we
changes
gotta
the
learn.
buds. Changes the
That's
buds, and
great.
then they grow the bud, and they'll come down at around the end of September, middle of October. They'll come out. I'll cut them down, and they'll be done probably around then.
So
So
October, by October, you'll have a lot
yeah,
there.
it'll be done.
It'll
Well,
be
it'll be a
done.
little bit anyway.
Okay. And then
Uh,
what's your process after you harvest it? What do? You dry it or what?
yeah, you gotta dry it, and then you gotta cut them off the stalks and that, and cut all the buds off, and then you put
Okay.
them in paper and you smoke it.
How long does it take to dry before you can smoke it?
I'm not sure, about a few days. You got to put it in the air in a room, in a temperatured room at a 70 degrees or something, and dry it in the air in a room, and then put them in jars and burp them in jars. I don't know. There's a process to it all,
Nice.
and I'm not
Well,
sure on
that's
all the
good.
process, but I try to learn as you go. You know.
Right, right. That's good. I mean, it's good to learn how, I mean, some people might want to do it if that's something that you like, to partake in. Why not grow? I mean, then it's not contaminated with other
Yeah,
chemicals and it's more
yeah.
organic. So, right?
Our government is putting pesticides in our weed and selling it to us. They don't care what's in our weed. They just want to sell it to us and make their money.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
got 27 sprays in our Canadian cannabis, and they put it in the stores for you to buy.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't put no pesticides on my plants at all.
Okay, good, good.
They're just
That's good.
straight up clean plants, you
All
know.
right.
And you don't
That's
want
what's up.
pesticides. Who wants pesticides in their plant to smoke?
Yeah. I think
Nobody wants to
that's
smoke it.
Yeah, that's crazy. They
Yeah,
say that there is an increase in cannabis use right now. This is something that they're saying throughout America, at least like North America. Well, US, they're saying that the uptick right now in usage is really high.
yeah, because nobody's scared of it anymore. They're getting away from that scared season. They're not
Okay,
scared of the smoking the weed anymore because it's not harming anybody.
gotcha.
But they
So
put
that's
fear
what
into
it
us
is.
through our all lives. Fear, fear, fear. Cannabis
Mm-hmm.
is bad for you. It's
Yeah.
not true. They just sit there and lie to you constantly.
Right, right.
You
The
know?
reefer madness, right?
Yeah,
Reefer
yeah.
madness.
I've been
The weed
smoking
from your
weed.
store.
I've been smoking weed for like 36 years since I've been 14. You know, I'm 40, 54 now,
Uh-huh.
and I smoke weed every day. It doesn't do nothing to me. I'm used to it,
Mm-hmm.
and I do it because I don't want to take pills.
Okay.
When I broke
Mm-hmm.
my neck in 2014, I broke my neck. I got a
Mm-hmm.
bolt in my neck,
Oh,
and they had me on 21 pills a day.
wow.
And I come out of the hospital within 6 months. I stopped all them pills, and I just deal with cannabis,
Nice.
mainly
Nice.
smoking. I put up with my pain.
Mm-hmm.
I got a lot of issues where I can't walk properly, but that's because of my brainstem damage. To be
Mm-hmm.
expected, you know. So
Yeah, that's right. This is Blunts Up. We're finally meeting Blunts Up. Who's that we hear? What's the
that's my
pup with the?
boy. That's my
That's your
son.
pupper?
My son, man. Me and him butt heads like mad.
Really?
Oh, yeah, he's trying to get to know what he should do and what he shouldn't do
Mm-hmm.
as a person in this planet. And his anger is overwhelming, and we're fighting to have that anger taken away from him. He
Oh,
don't do
okay.
pills either, you know. We don't do pills,
That's right. Good.
but
I'm glad to
but
hear that. Pills
he
are something that we should come off of. I mean, I'm not saying just stop it, but you can start to learn about your own health and take take ownership of your body and learn about it. Sometimes these are the good things to learn and have as references. There are other ones, but I think this is probably one of the most comprehensive references for anybody who wants to start learning about health, because that's what we need to study and be scholars about health. I think that would be very, very good. Nana for Trump says, I wish I could get my hands on 420. Where are you located? I don't know where you're located. I don't know how to get your hands on it. But oh, we have somebody else that's joining. Look at that, Jamie. Well, hello, Jamie. How are you? I
Can't hear
can't
you.
hear you right now. Jamie, hello. Welcome.
No, your mic is off. Just
See
set your
if your
mic.
mic is off.
Yeah,
You
turn your
might want
mic
to
on.
just check that. Your mic, we can't hear you.
Speaker on. Can you hear me?
There,
Yeah,
now you can.
I can now. How you doing?
Oh, I'm hanging in there best I can, best as
Good,
any of us can these days.
good, good.
Yeah, things are
Yeah.
rough all
Now we
over.
hear you very well. What's that?
Good. Love and blessings to all of you.
Thank you. Same to you, Jamie. What's new? What are you thinking? Like, what's going on in your neck of the woods?
I'm in California, so it is what it is out here.
Okay.
It's
North or
an
south?
entire mess. I came on mostly because I like the subject matter that you were displaying earlier, and I thought it was
Okay.
important.
Oh, good. Thank you. What did you think about it? In what about it resonated with you?
I think a lot of it is many folks don't understand that the Black community's been attacked from our own government for so many years,
Mm-hmm.
and it was for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And from my understanding, these folks have been attacked because of their strength and their threat
Mm-hmm.
to
Mm-hmm.
the system.
Mm-hmm.
And
Interesting. Mm-hmm.
it's kind of the way I see a lot of it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
By the way, I'm a bit faded. I'm on a day off, so forgive me if I say anything wrong.
You're not. Don't worry. This is unfiltered. Don't worry, Jamie. We're not triggered and stuff all sensitive. Look at 420 over there getting it blunts up.
What's
420,
Love
I've
it.
seen you around here for a long time. It's good to see your face.
I'm
Yeah.
everywhere, man. I'm on everybody's live channels every day. I'm
We
stuck
love
home.
you.
I don't go anywhere. I'm stuck at home for like the past 8 years,
Oh,
seven
okay.
years, So I've been all over the internet.
Okay. It is
Yeah,
so nice to see you. Like, this is wonderful. Like, we feel like it's just been a bond, and you're such a wonderful blessing to the chatmosphere. We just love just having all of you. You too, Jamie. I see you around, and I appreciate you dropping in, and especially taking the link and popping on, and having
yeah.
some.
It took a bit of courage, but
Okay.
I
Hmm.
figure, hey, what the heck?
I'm glad you took that leap, and now it'll be easier the next time, right? Because
Yeah,
all
you
we're doing
bet.
is,
I think I
huh?
have a lot to say.
Okay, good. We want to hear it. We want to hear it. If it's anything just burning on your heart, you want to share, just have at it. Like, you got the stage. You too,
Well, there is,
420.
and it's quite simple,
Uh
and
huh.
maybe it's a cop out, maybe it's not, but I think a lot of folks need to hear it, and
Uh huh.
that's the overwhelming fact that we need to stick together and we need to love one another.
Mhm.
Because if we don't, we're doomed to fail in this world. We're doomed to fail in this society.
Mhm. Mhm.
And if we don't love and care for one another, we're not going to survive what's coming at us.
Mhm. Mhm.
Nah, it's coming hard too, man.
It
Yeah.
is. It
Yeah,
is. And
they're
it's
pushing
coming
it
at us
hard.
in so many directions as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm. What are you sensing, Jamie, is coming? Like, what are you finding in terms
Well,
of?
certainly the financial aspect.
Right. Okay.
Certainly that.
Gotcha. All right.
But the denigration of our of our fellow humans is very apparent as well.
Uh-huh.
And I think we're we're in a society that has run away from the Lord. And I've
Mm-hmm.
only recently come to the Lord,
Mm-hmm.
but I think that our society has run away from that. And I think it's to our detriment if we don't come back.
Yes. Yes.
And I don't mean the Bible or religion or any of that stuff. We just have to
Mm-hmm.
come together, love one another, be
Yes.
good people,
Amen.
togetherness, love,
Yeah. Yeah. Amen.
happiness.
Uh-huh.
Because we'll
Amen.
never achieve happiness without it.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, that's good. Good that you bring that up because I think we're sensing, a lot of us are sensing that it's back. We need to go back to order, law and order, I say a lot, and get right. It's not about religion. We've already been through all the religion and churchy stuff, but it's something different. It's what you're saying. We have to get back to being good, wanting to be good. What's wrong with good? They made good sound bad.
So I'm
I
not
think
here
we have
to
Rosie
direct.
Pie joining. Hey Rosie, how you doing, Rosie?
Hi.
Hi there, Rosie. What a nice treat. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you
Oh,
doing?
yeah. Sister Rosie. Wow. Rosie Pie, how you
Hi.
doing?
Oh, what a pretty lady.
Yeah,
Good.
she's beautiful, isn't she?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Rosie, thank you.
Thank you.
What's on your mind right now? She's also a Cali girl, Jamie.
Oh, bless you,
Yeah,
sweetheart.
two Cali people. So what's going on in your neck of Cali?
Nothing. Nothing's happening over here as usual. Same old thing.
Okay. Same
I'm
old
so
thing.
glad to be on your show.
Oh my God, I'm
I'm so
so
glad
glad
to
to
be
have
here.
you, Rosie. So what's new?
Oh my
Like
God. So what were
what
you guys
about
talking about?
oh you like what about the conversation you want to add? What struck you, or do you want anything like to say about the stuff I was ranting about?
That's the thing. I really don't know what we're talking about right now. Sorry. I know we was talking about,
That's
what
okay.
he's
You
doing
came
his
in a
weed.
little late. We were talking about like I was kind of going on a rant about one of my friends from Cuba. I saw, did you see that part? He was in Cuba taking pictures of, on social media showing off like this wad of money. And I thought, like, I was like, why are you doing that? But I had to have some words with him because he had told me when I supported Trump, he was like, I can't believe you're doing that, Jenny. Like, you're supporting a racist. You need to be supporting Biden. And I was like thinking, because he just moved here, like, I feel like a minute ago from Cuba. So he told me off about
Mm,
my support of Trump. So when I saw him posting pictures last week with a wad of money in Cuba, I told him I didn't think that was good to do that. And I let him know that he's in my country and he's enjoying the American dream based on my people's sacrifice. I have sacrifices my people have made. They fought in wars for this country from the very beginning. And for him to tell me how to vote, I was really offended. So you missed that part. I went on this rant and I said a lot of bad stuff. I
where's the
I got I got
Where's the
bumped off of the
spoon?
platform for a minute, didn't I?
Where's that spoon, man?
Yeah, the spoon was out. It was ugly. Okay, Rosie. So I don't know. You can talk about whatever you want. You don't have to talk about what I was talking about. What is hot topic for you right now? What is going on that you want to get off your
Okay, well,
chest?
hot topic for me right now is, tomorrow, August 26th, the 27th, there's supposed to be like, you know, an ending to all of this, astrologically. I'm
Oh,
excited. I'm looking forward to it. You know what
okay.
I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
So, yeah,
Okay.
these dates, I'm just waiting what everybody's been waiting for, that totally feeling like the time is here. Like,
Okay.
tomorrow.
Oh, really? Wow.
That's what I'm
Okay.
on right now.
I've been out of the loop, so I'm just like learning. So you tell me whatever I need to know. Do I need to do anything? You let me know how to prepare. What's going on? What should I expect?
I'm not, I don't know. You've been prepared. You already know.
I'm
You're
prepared.
just,
You think?
I
Okay,
mean,
good. As long as
there's
I'm
not
prepared,
really nothing. Yeah,
nothing.
nothing you can really do except, make peace with yourself, make peace with everybody, be in a good state of mind, basically, have good thoughts, raise
Good.
vibrations,
All
all
right.
that good stuff. That's what I'm talking about.
I love it. Okay.
Everyone be on the same frequency. Because you
Mm-hmm.
know what, it's like really at the same time, I'm not like trying to scare nobody. I'm just trying to get everybody excited to have no
Mm-hmm.
worries about, the big changes that are coming. I mean,
Right.
all
Right.
these things are like all these problems that are happening in the world is really dramatic, but it's really a sidetrack, it
Mm-hmm.
distraction. I mean, a
Right.
distraction from you to stay focused on on you know having a better future, your future. That's what I'm talking about. Not letting them tell you what to think or what's going to happen. So
Mm-hmm.
I think
Good.
that like it's all coming to, we've been waiting for a long time, at least a
Yeah.
couple of years already.
Can you believe all this
So that's
time has
what I'm
gone
on.
by?
And it's close. I think it's just really weird that I'm talking right now to you on your show about this, because this is really like I met you when this all started. Do you
I
know what I
know,
mean?
right?
I met you in the chat. I met you on a chat when we were all learning everything that's happening in this world
Yeah. It
and
was
just waiting
amazing to
for
meet
it to
you.
unfold.
Okay, sorry, Josephine. Sorry, Josie. Sorry, Rosie. So yeah, we met. Like we've been traveling these circles for so long. A lot of us, like Rosie, you're right. I met you right in the chat. Like what? It's going on 3 years now, and to have we're
Mhm.
still connected, like in a way. When I see your name pop up in the chat atmosphere, I'm like, oh, it's like I feel that way about all of you all. And it's like certain people, like you just like we've been locking our arms for a long time, and we're
Rosie's
still
been around
here.
here for a long
Mhm.
time.
Yeah, we're still here. We're fighting, we're standing, we're enduring, we're persevering, we're doing all this stuff that people probably didn't expect themselves to be that strong. But look at that. We're standing
Mhm.
regardless. We're still here. We may be deplatformed and all stuff. We find each other. Look how we get kind of scattered. And I'm starting to see like Nana for Trump. I used to see her a lot, and it's like, wow, we find each other again. Look at that, PH Joy. Well, hello, welcome.
Oh, hi. Am I on?
You are on. Yes, you
Oh,
are.
cool. Oh my goodness. I've been in
I
the
love
dark.
this. How are you
I've been in
doing,
the dark.
sis? Now, you're a name that's
Anyway,
been
that's good
around.
enough.
You've been around for a while, PH Joy. It's so nice to meet you this
Oh,
way.
you know what? Yeah, there's so many
Mhm.
familiar faces. And then even just today, Jamie, I think you were responding to me on the chat. The Chatmosphere, which, who started that? Was it you or somebody else?
I
I
was
use
just
that term.
responding to some things you said.
Yes, it's
Well,
a
that
word
we have
Andy
a
came up
good
saying. It's
we have
stuck.
a good
Yeah.
vibe in our Chatmosphere. And
Yes, I love it.
I've used that term a few times and had people go, "Oh, whoa!" And I dropped your
Good.
name, okay, Jen, and yeah, no, and my friend Maida Faith, she showed up a couple times. She
Oh,
was
good.
Maida before Facebook went Maida. And
Okay.
wow, I know I'm trying to like see how I look here. Okay, it's a little better. You can kind of
You
see.
look.
I look
You
like a
look
cool,
beautiful.
I look
You
like an
look
amazing
great. Don't
creature.
worry. You look great.
Yeah, once you
Well,
get our age, don't worry about it.
Well, this is a part of it.
I know, I am getting to that point. I appreciate what I have. And my friend Maida, she was a big catalyst in bringing me into she was like the first person I could really honestly talk to during a
Mhm.
period of like a desert. And,
Okay.
but you, Jen, and everybody here, and we keep the bar high. you know, right?
Mhm.
And so
Yeah.
that's the chatmosphere. That's what I think that is. And
Yes.
we do a little bit of I was a recess lady, like in my life, and I'm a mom, and it takes a village.
Yes.
And so I've been criticized for like, well, my son called me a Karen.
Oh no.
I was like, I'm the opposite of a Karen, but I do care. I'm
Yeah.
Karen.
I like that.
I mean, you know, I've got a few cents to share.
That's great.
My treat. So anyway,
that's great.
So Karen, I'm sorry.
You mean Hannah? It's I just outed myself. My real first.
That's okay.
You mentioned something. You mentioned something important about keeping the bar high. How do we do that?
Well, I feel like I've noticed how we're not just calling people out when asking for accountability and talking, putting people down when they're not behaving. What we're doing is we're encouraging each other. We're not, but it's not an echo chamber though.
Okay.
See,
good.
that's the difference. That and I think that's so. I refuse to be in an echo chamber, and that's another thing. YouTube has allowed me to practice my social skills in like a really safe space with mostly people I don't know, and
forgive my horrible habits, folks.
I love strangers. Well, yeah. I would be a bigger smoker, but my lungs are a little sensitive. And I'm working through my hangover right now, which is like I'm not bragging.
Okay. That's okay. Do you.
Well, you know, ebb and flow.
Yeah.
We all have.
We have Joseph.
We all
here.
have
Look
things
at
to
this.
go
We
through.
have
Joseph O'Sullivan, the famous Joseph with the guitar.
Is here. Welcome, Joseph O'Sullivan from Ireland, and he has his guitar. Joseph, do you have some words? And you can use your guitar to play to us right now. Give us a little.
Bring it on.
A little preview.
I could improvise something kind of because.
Yeah.
I'm grabbing my guitar.
Oh my!
Everyone grab an instrument.
What do you do with the drunken soldier? Early in the morning.
Have at it, Joseph.
It's all on you, Joseph.
Oh, this is great. Go.
Hey! One moment before we start. What's up? What do you got, man? I know you got something. You haven't spoken in a bit.
I just listen to everybody, and I got lots to say about the world that's upside down, but not much we can do about it but to gather together and head the right path. You know, because a lot of things are going down, and it's going to take a while to go down. It's not going to take a weekend. It's going to take years. A lot of things are going to go down because we know we know they have to come down. But it's not going to come down in a weekend.
No.
Yeah, it's a long distance race.
Yeah,
I believe you're right.
A marathon, right?
We wouldn't want it in a weekend. Like it needs to be
adding that, man.
So much. It's so much, you know.
Well, if we take the big guy down right away, all the little guys get lost in the wilderness. We don't get them. We have to catch them all.
Right.
So we got to catch them all. We got to play our cards right to get them all.
Right.
So one thing I would add to what you're saying, man, is we can't even heal from this in a short amount of time. It's impossible.
Right.
No.
There's a lot that's been going on to us as people that it's going to last for a long time.
Yeah.
But that's okay though. I think I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I feel like I've been healing all my life.
I agree.
Nice.
I agree.
Yeah.
And maybe that's part of our journey here is to heal things, or, you know. But well, I think we'll always be healing and we'll always be learning. That's the new thing. Everyone has to keep learning. You can't just get a certificate and say, "Oh, well, that's it. I know everything now." You know. Exactly. We're all going to be learning all our lives.
Right. I love hearing your voice, Joseph.
I know we love it.
It's the new thing. It's the new thing.
It's so beautiful.
It's the new thing.
If you
I'm trying
to and sing to us.
So Jen,
that would be wonderful.
Your accent is beautiful.
It really is.
Jen, one thing.
Like, the thing that's crazy in Ireland, it's so small, but I mean, I'm not joking. Every town, like 3 miles apart, will have a different accent.
Really?
And it's to the point where there's parts of Ireland I go and I cannot understand what they're saying. It's just, you know, the accent's so strong.
I'm trying to place like your accent. I'm like, who do you remind me of? And it would be like, I don't know. I not anybody I know, but I like Dolores O'Riordan though.
Oh yeah, look what happened to her. That was terrible, wasn't it? The hotel thing again.
Well, I don't really know what happened to her. I just feel like she died too young. I got to see her one time. She was a powerhouse and such a tiny thing.
Just very suspicious that, you know, she, like all these stars die in hotel rooms, you know.
She was the lead singer of the Cranberries, Jen.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Okay. You know her.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know
no, you're right.
Okay. Wow.
Oh,
look,
but she's got some good songs.
We have a birthday. Happy birthday,
Oh.
Nana. Nana, is it your birthday?
Happy birthday, Nana.
Joseph, would you play,
oh my goodness, happy birthday.
And sing happy birthday for Nana?
I would, but I don't know the chords.
Oh, I literally cannot play any covers or anything. Do you know Nana? Or do you know PHJ? Do you know Happy Birthday?
No, I don't, but I could play you a Cranberry song. It's a good one.
Go ahead, shoot.
Yeah, do it.
I can remember.
Cranberry song.
Oh shoot. Okay, can I do it with the ear with the okay. Oh boy. I haven't been practicing enough. Okay. Hold on to love. That is what I do now that I've found you. And from above, everything's stinking without you. And I miss you when you're gone. I don't know if I'm playing the right chords, but I miss you when you're gone. That is what I do. Hey. Okay, I'm gonna work on that, but and it's going to carry on. That is what I knew. Hey, happy birthday!
Yes! I thought that was beautiful, PH Joy. You have a beautiful voice.
I'm a work in progress.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love it.
That was very nice.
Oh my God, Joseph, do you want to share something? You don't have to do it.
I want to hear Joseph.
But do you want to do something and we dedicate it to our sister in the Chatmosphere, Nana, who's 60 today? Wow. Happy birthday, Nana.
What
That's
a beautiful
a golden
birthday. 60, nice.
60, wow. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
I mean, this would be the most personal. It's just play whatever feels like.
Yeah, I'll just improvise something because I compose my own pieces all the time, but the problem is I don't learn them all.
Okay,
so,
whatever you
so
want to do.
yeah,
you can do it at least as good as I did. I bet.
I'll just improvise something and see where it goes
Okay,
for, you know?
great. This is so nice.
I already love it. I love it already.
Yeah.
We only work a second. That was unexpected.
I love it.
Ooh, nice.
That was beautiful.
What do they call that?
Oh my
Harmonics right there at the end?
Oh, I just done some harmonics at the end there, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that, but it's a cool thing.
Very
It's really easy. So you have to place your finger very lightly over the actual fret rather than the dots.
Right.
And you
Oh,
do
the
it
fret.
like
Yes. Okay.
you do it on the right hand side of the dots, like, and let's do on the 12th fret.
Right hand side. Right. Okay. The 12th.
And the 12th fret, and
Okay.
you just lay your finger very lightly over the strings, not pressing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So I have a
10,
question. Are
11,
you plugged in?
Oh no,
I'm
I'm not
not.
plugged in. No, did it sound good?
The reverberation from that acoustic was fantastic.
I bought 2 new acoustics recently, so I'm really happy with it.
Yeah,
It's like,
that is no regular acoustic guitar there.
yeah.
I love it.
That's beautiful.
And I didn't even like spend that much money. Like I spent, what was it? Like one was $650 and one was $600, which is the most I've ever spent. But like people spend thousands on guitars. It's insane.
Wow.
Like, you know.
Yeah.
Well, they say the instrument chooses you.
Yeah, that was me. I was in the shop and I just was trying out everything and looking at specs and looking at reviews, and it's just I allowed my hands and my ears to tell me which one was for me. You know.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Oh yeah, I have.
How does it feel, right?
Myself, but sorry.
Oh, I just said, how does it feel in your arms when you play it? Right,
Oh,
that's it.
Absolutely perfect, because it's like I never bought a guitar that suited me size wise. So it's just so perfect. Like it's just beautiful.
What's
And
the name brand? What name brand?
It's Taylor.
Taylor, eh?
Taylor.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Well,
this
that's
would be
not
kind of
that's not a cheap one.
it's like entry level Taylor. You know, you kind of need to go into a couple of grand to get to the really good ones. You know.
I think you got to find one there.
Yeah,
but you know what? I might be next year getting a luthier to make a guitar for me. It's this guy in Germany, and my God, the stuff he does, it's amazing. So like, I've just been contacting, and he's been sending me pictures of woods, and would I like this, and would I like that, and you know, so wow.
That's special. Wow.
Yeah. Plus, he only uses locally based renewable wood, and he's not big. You know what I mean? He's not huge. Like he's he's booked up and all that, but and it's just because I like his work, it's great to support just an independent person. You know?
Yes, absolutely. I love that.
Hey Jen, I had something to say to you.
Okay.
I have kind of a high octane, high accountability position, and I tend to, you know, kind of manage things, and I don't mean to. So I don't want to. This is your show.
Oh no!
Are we gonna get some
this is
constructive
our show right now.
feedback?
This is our show. What'd you say, PH Joy?
Oh, I think we're about to get some constructive feedback.
Oh,
is that what you're gonna lay on us? We're listening, Jamie. I mean, I've had a few thoughts. I've been trying to not overspeak.
Okay,
I want to hear.
I'll give you some constructive feedback. Practice, darling. And
well, I wasn't asking you. I just was gonna say. Go ahead.
Continue making beautiful music. That we all need this. This is the things that will bring us together.
Yeah.
Well, and it's the process and it's the path. It's not
Absolutely.
the destination,
and
right?
It has to be done with love. If you don't love what you're doing, then you're not ever going to be good at it.
Oh yeah. Well, so that's it. I mean, that's it. I love doing it. I don't always like how it comes out, but I love it more than I cringe. Just a tiny bit.
Do you know? I think
vulnerability.
Like I think, you know, like the music industry, and you've got all these like people that are stars, and they're the most talented, and they're the ones that are at the top and everything. And I've been on Instagram the last couple of years. The best musicians I've ever seen are just people on Instagram. Honest to God. And really, the people that are at the top are how good they are. They're chosen for that. But like my opinion in music is like it doesn't matter if you are, you know, in a stadium with 200,000 people, or you're just sitting in a forest playing some goats. It doesn't matter if you're putting that intention in. That vibration is going out there, and everything is adding to everything. So the illusion that these people, you have to become famous to be, you know, to be valid, to be no, they're just slaves. You know, some of the best musicians you see are just people on the street sometimes, and do you know what I mean? That's all an illusion that so and so is the best guitarist in the world, and so is the, you know, there's people everywhere. It's just the industry that blocks it, you know. So I'm hoping that like music will become a bit more localized, even like as in like there'll be loads of different music scenes going on everywhere organically, you know, without needing industry, you know.
Organic is perfect. Right? I think music is perfect, and I came from the punk rock scene, growing up.
I was in a punk band years ago,
and that stuff. I think originally it was meant for something positive, but it became something very, very garbage. I think every time that this industrialized monster comes into play with anything, it automatically becomes something hideous.
I think, unfortunately, music from the beginning of our known history, you know, whatever, since the reset or whatever, I think, unfortunately, it's always been tainted. Wasn't it in the, like 19 something that they changed the frequency from was
that a Rockefeller that was responsible for the changing from 432 to 440? Okay, I think I saw that somewhere. I don't know if that was accurate, but okay, I think I dropped a comment like when it was a ADD comment, so I understand if you didn't address it at the time, Jen, but it was I got I articulated something I couldn't articulate before because of that thing I heard, and it was something about the divine geometry and how your the healing and the expansion. There was like some kind of a imbalance in the 440 compared to 432.
Right.
You know,
can you speak to
you
that?
Think that like if all those cathedrals were actually, you know, healing centers, and they had the organ and all the frequencies, and like the cymatics blew my mind when I saw that, where your sound is visualized, visually represented, and they knew all that. So they know actually, I watched the video the other day. Who was it? I think it was Autodidactic, but they actually someone measured the silence in a cathedral. And then what else was it? Oh yeah, in the dome on the top, the dome, which is a resonator, they apparently they measured it or something, and they basically it was music. So they got a choir to sing it. You want to hear it. It is heavenly.
Oh, wow.
Whoa, like
it is just so heavenly.
Okay, so they use some kind of math to sort of like measure the silence and give it music notes.
Yeah. They were using music to heal in ways we don't even know, you know, because that's all been blocked. But it's just amazing that she was able to measure the silence of the cathedral.
Okay, that is mind blowing.
That had a frequency. you know.
One of
And
my
then
loved
when
ones
they worked out the music that was in the dome, and it makes you wonder, oh my God, what was life like? You know, how amazing was it? And it will be again, you know.
Professor, I have to interrupt right now because I am all about, I watched a similar video to you, I think, Joseph, but no, not the same one, but it was about the mechanic or the mathematics or the design to cathedrals, and it mimics certain sound waves with the windows and everything, right? But I also just really, really, really need everybody to consider that you're never, I think that just singing really loud with pure spirit is enough. You don't have to be amazing. And we were already talking about that a little bit. So, you know, you could also be a local musician who's not, who doesn't get enough credit, but you're amazing. Or you could be like, not that amazing, but pretty awesome, or you really love doing it and just do it and just keep doing it. And that's kind of why I've been really like more excited because I finally embraced that idea.
Okay.
You know,
well, the main thing is none of us should be comparing ourselves to anyone in, you know, definitely in music.
Yeah,
you know,
like I just want to encourage
like
everybody to just fucking
everybody should
try.
do music. My
just
opinion
do
of
it.
art, like I paint as well. It's like I just taught myself to paint. I paint my own way. That's it. I don't believe. I know people who went to art college and everything. They're such dicks, and it's such a messed up
music
world.
nerds. Music
It's
nerds
just
are like,
all
oh
about
my god.
ugliness. To me, good art is good art. It doesn't matter if it's a 5-year-old child that done it. It doesn't matter if it's some cool graffiti. It doesn't matter if it's a really amazing landscape. It's all, you know. Anybody can do it.
You don't need
the way
trivia.
they want to do it. You don't have to follow any rules. You don't have to, you know, be part of any schools. No, just do it. Enjoy it yourself.
Right.
That's what will make it better, you know.
Right.
And enjoy the process. That's the biggest thing, isn't it? Like,
oh yeah.
I think it's the sentiment behind it.
Well, this is a feeling, and there's a lot of really amazing. I've found because I am a very humble guitar player who just got tired of singing with a cappella, and there's so many. There's like a good, or there's a lot, but you could also just take like 2, 3, or 5 amazing songwriters. That most of them, the ones I'm drawn to. It's very simple. Their chords are super accessible, but their poetry is amazing, and the way that their voices. There's some
it's the way you do it. It ain't what you do; it's the way you do it. That's the real key, isn't it? You know, it's
so like John Prine, Lucinda Williams, Gillian Welch, whatever her name is exactly.
Frank Zappa,
Leonard Cohen. Well, I haven't looked into Frank Zappa. I mean, is that pretty basic? But I've noticed more.
Oh no, Frank
Zappa's one of the best guitar players ever.
Like 3 or 4 chords. Well, I'm looking for accessible chords. So when I mention those names, I'm talking about amazing poets and
Frank Zappa.
Well, okay, so I'll
Jennifer,
go back
you were
to
saying we need poets.
Ahead of the curve.
Yes, we need poets.
We need poets now. We need all the poets to come forward.
So, like, even if you can only play 2 chords, there are a few songs that you would never realize that they're only 2 chords, and it's all about the poetry and the rhythm, or you know, which rhythm's actually my hardest thing.
And
you know, but that makes a whole thing, you know, and it's there if you want it, if you're hungry. And by the way, this guitar was given to me. I just realized while we're talking by my friend Maida that I told you about, who you've seen in the chat before. She gave me this years ago because we were college roommates. And then one day, and it was her ex-boyfriend's guitar, and I know him too. But then and he had a really stupid sticker on there. And one day, this other friend of mine that I've known for a while gave me this cool sticker. Do you see that?
What
it's
is it?
It's a witch on a skateboard.
I thought it was
I mean, like, what?
I didn't want to say it.
And Sean, do you play guitar as well? Guitar and drums.
I couldn't even imagine. It just came into my lap. That's all. Okay, that's Sean. Hi. Is that Sean?
Hi.
Yeah, that's me.
And I know you like rock and roll. So did you play rock and roll or?
I like all kinds of music, but yeah, I mean, it's kind of mainly my thing. But I know I had to jump on because y'all are like really into my stuff there.
Nice.
Conversation a few words ago about just frequencies and all that type of stuff. You know what I mean? So what you were talking about, pH Joy, is phi ratio.
Phi ratio. How do you spell that?
PHI. It's 1.
Okay.
Oh, pi ratio. Yeah.
Not pi.
Like
pi.
That phi with the pH.
Yep.
Yes. That is perfect.
Phi ratio.
Okay, look, that is
What is that again?
Okay, it is perfect ratio. So it's like 1.1168 or something like that. Okay, so if you
that's
take
the 432 versus 440.
Well, no, phi ratio, kind of. Phi ratio is like they likened it to God's or the creator's thumbprint on everything, because everything, all of nature goes to this ratio. Like you probably heard of like the Fibonacci sequence, all that type of stuff, same type of stuff, right? So
well, the Fibonacci is like what it's like
spiral.
is it like the formula that kind of is how the shell
the spiral,
yeah,
right,
but it's fractal-ish because it's not like 2D or 3D, it's like bigger.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
Well, so phi ratio, though, like that's what we see as beauty. So it's in like everything, like it's in your mouth, your teeth, like everything that's in creation. So if you build and you design along those things, this is how you get like perfect symmetry, things like that. And then when you get into the music, all that type of stuff, that's kind of a whole other thing. But like 432 hertz.
That's what I'm tuned to now.
See, that's why your guitar is resonating like crazy, and that's why.
And I mean, people might not think it's very much, but I can feel the difference of it.
Yes, so can I. Yes, dude, you're preaching to the choir, my brother. Like, I'm telling you, like, I love talking about this stuff because it's amazing.
Because you get all these music nerds, right? And they'll all be like, oh, it's all a load of crap. It's stupid, really. There is no difference. And they're all basically music school people.
Bullshit, dude. You can look, it's provable.
And they've been brainwashed to believe that you must not go against the whatever narrative we're all following with music. You know,
yes,
that's
dude,
just
it's
rubbish.
like that and everything. It's like that with the water powered car and all that stuff. I get these people arguing with me online, and they're all classically trained. And the first thing they got to tell me is how many damn degrees they have in this, that, thus, and such. And so I just whip it out, and I'm like, "Oh, do you think Nikola Tesla was, was a fraud? Do you think, like they don't understand how electricity works? They don't understand how shit works, and they think they do, and they're very arrogant about it. And it's, but anyway, I digress on that. Let's get back to the good part.
I was watching a comedian the other night. I don't know who he was. It was just a 10-minute video, but someone started at him in the crowd, and I think what was it to do with? Is there some black woman that was on a coin, a commemoration type of thing? I can't think of her name.
Coin. Oh, a coin for the Americans. Okay, coin.
Well, she was saying no, that wasn't from painting. That was from a photograph. And then he's going, okay, what are you doing? Oh, I'm studying neuroscience. And he's going, okay, do you know when the light bulb came along? Like, do you know? I basically just completely roasted them. And he asked the boyfriend, and he just said, we're all fucked. Look at these two. We're fucked. Because they literally only know what they're being taught and then think they are a higher authority in everything, yet they don't actually research or learn anything else.
Exactly.
Well,
bar the area that they're in.
They're the type of people that they have to have
designed that way.
They have to have the official stamp of approval on things. These are the type of people that watch CNN. These, you know what I mean? Like this, that's their mindset. And you can't, to try to explain things to them that go outside of what they've been taught. They're not out of the box thinkers. And the type of people that we all are, we are. You know what I mean?
So Sean, a lot of this approval that you're speaking of comes from them themselves. They approve themselves in front of our faces. And it's this circular motion that we're in, where they have this
circular motion. You mean the jerk circle?
Pretty much.
Circle that they want you to participate in.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I don't know all this like technical stuff that you guys are talking about, and I have a sense sometimes a little bit.
But you don't
barely grasp it, but I know when people are trying to gaslight
me. I think you do. PH. I think you do. You just don't understand what you're understanding.
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
I can't
that's all-
articulate
I think you
it, but
get it.
I'm learning to trust that thing I don't
Yeah.
have words for. You know?
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
We're all
that's
learning to trust
absolutely correct.
ourselves.
If it
Well,
feels right,
and you
then
all,
it
all
feels
of us
right.
are helping each other do that.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
It's a
Helping each other.
resonance.
Yeah, no. I mean, this is how we win, people. It's communication. Like this we have what the people in Nazi Germany, you know what I mean, didn't have.
Right.
They didn't have the they couldn't get a look at the 10,000-foot view. You see what I'm saying? And we have all of history that we're able to look back on now with this technology and the ability to pass around documents and videos, and everybody, like, we can use this. We are using this stuff for good.
The
Yeah.
shit is
They
gonna
can't
hit
get
the
away with jack
fan.
shit.
Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly. And it's
And
awesome.
we
dude.
can-
I
Oh,
love
by
it.
the way, I
walk
want to do a
out-
test. I want to do a test, guys. Keep in mind, but can you see that?
Oh.
Does say Trump on
lovely.
it.
Beautiful headstock.
Yeah, okay. I just wanted to see if anybody dropped like flies from their TDS.
No,
I
who put that on
got
there
this
for
little
you?
guitar. It's it's a
sticker?
Trump guitar. It was made in like Korea or Japan. No, it's
Is it a
actually
sticker?
like the Japanese like classical guitar. It's like old.
No, I get it. They probably used a laser engraver. That's like what I have to do. That's why I was asking.
No, it's a plastic. It's a plastic little thing, and then on the
okay,
back
okay.
you see it says "Made in Japan." And where I got it was like some antique store, and there was no strings on it, so like I had to do a little work to get it going. But it
Nice.
it hadn't been touched for a long time.
Oh, wow.
You
So-
do
got a
you,
collection.
doll.
Little time traveling drop, maybe. I don't know.
Is this
I like amusing myself with those kinds of crazy ideas.
That's good.
Can we hear from
Jennifer, you were
Rosie?
on them
She hasn't spoken.
exploring the Matrix, and I just thought it's like it really is like this is a war, and we're all like the resistance. You know,
Right.
because you were talking to John, and it was kind of a bit dark, your lighting or something. And it was like,
And they gaslight us.
you know,
The lefties think they're resistant.
from a hidden place, you know, from an
In the
unknown
bunker,
known
right?
location.
In the bunker.
Everything in
bunkers,
my
we're all
life has
reaching out to
prepared me for
bunkers.
this moment. You
In the
guys
bunker.
are so
Amen.
amazing.
Amen. It's an amazing thing to experience. That's for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We have stories, don't we? Rosie, why are you so quiet over there? What do you think?
Yeah, Rosie, darling.
She's loving it.
Rosie, my brother said that you're cute. Uh-oh, he put it
You
Yeah, I
guys
saw
are
that, the
freezing.
Ah, she's
in.
adorable.
I'm not
Guru
freezing.
said,
I'm
Rosie
just
is
trying to
kinda
catch
cute.
it.
I said, okay.
Your brother's not the only one. I saw a few people mention your beauty, Rosie, for
Okay,
sure.
Rosie.
And I
Yeah, Rosie's
I
cutie.
concur.
Rosie. Why so quiet?
Latinas are high value.
You know what though? Listening is an amazing quality that I keep trying. I
No,
keep
it is.
working
I'm
on.
just messing
and
with my
it's-
sister. She's
Well,
just
but
over
I-
there looking
I-
cute.
Do me a
I'm
favor.
not.
Keep
I'm not
it
trying to
quiet,
defend
right?
her.
Keep it
I
on
think she can take the heat
Please.
from
Rosie's
Jen.
being a high value woman. You're being fit, feminine, and friendly, right? What Kevin Samuels.
I can't.
Oh,
You
she's
guys
just
are
waiting for
going
her time.
in and out. You guys are freezing.
Oh, you're freezing. Oh, okay.
You guys are freezing in and out. I'm just trying to
Oh,
listen to
You're doing
everybody.
good. We hear you and see you.
Oh, good.
So, do you play an instrument, Rosie? Like many of these musicians here?
No,
You know?
no,
You play
sorry.
the radio, right?
I
How we
sing.
say,
I
play the radio.
sing by myself.
Oh, that's it. That's an instrument.
Whoa.
That is
Yes,
that's my
absolutely.
instrument.
That's the ultimate instrument.
I'm just
Thumbs up.
learning to play around on the guitar, and I've been doing it for like 8 years now, so it's kind of okay. But like the voice, that is nobody gives people credit for that. I remember just being the music nerds were being assholes a little bit in high school. They'd be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, that's not an
a little-
instrument."
a
No,
little
that
right.
is my instrument. I'm finally getting a little
You
bit of
guys
credit
are
for
all
it.
pros.
Why don't they
Singing
offer
that
guitar
thing.
in school is what I want to know.
Yeah,
That would be
yes.
Because
You know,
it's a
like,
threat to
no
them.
music when I was young.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's a
Because that
threat to
would breed
them.
rebels.
It's a
Poets,
threat.
right? The poets would have
But these
something,
days,
a soundtrack. We need
You
more
don't
poets.
even
Look
need
at
to
this.
go to
Somebody
school
likes
for
Frank
music. I mean,
Zappa.
it's all
Who
online,
was
whatever
the
you
Frank
want.
Zappa person? Shirley Brown says Frank Zappa
Yeah,
was
I
a
agree,
musical
Joseph.
genius The Beethoven of our
Yeah, I'm self-taught, man. We didn't have this when we were young, you know.
Yeah, I didn't have this either. Yeah, you just had to really practice for hours and hours and hours.
Look, Joseph, one time I wanted to learn how to play Sweet Child of Mine. So me and my friend went to a store where they had the tabletry in a book.
Oh, yeah, and they were expensive.
Have the money, so I just took and I wrote down all the tabletry on a napkin and took it home.
Wow.
I mean, that's
how I kind of started too, like handwriting chords after I got a chord chart. But
I'm saying, talking about not having the internet. Talking about not having the internet, having to go to a bookstore and you know what I'm
just
saying?
So you know,
you're way ahead of me there.
Just so you know, Sean.
I'm old.
Sean, just so you know, I met that fool. He was on a couch at a party that I went to, just absolutely out of his rocker on heroin.
Are you talking about Axl Rose?
No,
yeah, both of them.
Oh,
yeah.
I heard that
that was a fantastic thing. But the only person I've ever been starstruck was Johnny.
I wasn't starstruck. I just want to learn how to play the song. But
no, what I'm getting at is idols.
No, I don't like idols either, man.
Do you know what's mad, Jimmy? Like, you think about, because all my friends, and I played their songs in bands and stuff as well, but when you look at the actual lyrics now and really listen to what they were saying, you're going, what the hell was I listening to?
Yep, exactly.
I'm seeing that with so many artists, like, sorry, rewind. What did you just say? Like, you know? And you realize that you were just, because the music was good, you were just soaking in and thinking, oh, they're just being creative, you know.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, they're actually saying something really horrific, or or why are you? What's the intention behind this? You know,
they're directed that way, man.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Wallflower, I gotta say something. I listened to the Dead Kennedys growing up for years.
Oh yeah.
And I've subscribed to that man's channel. He's a freaking monster.
Is he? Wow.
He's ridiculous.
You didn't figure that out listening to their music?
Nothing like you would ever expect. He's a government shill. That's really the only way I can explain it.
Really?
Sounds
it's
like
really.
The tune of the day. I mean, these days, I mean, isn't that what we keep hearing? But I think that also even people who have good intentions sometimes get misused or get misled. But you guys, so we were talking about
this man is talking about getting the A's for the ladies, and he's talking about getting the V's for everyone.
Oh, so he's like currently.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Well, he's changed his tune, hasn't he?
Yes.
So, you guys, we were talking about, I think it's cymatics. Is that it? One of the.
Yes, cymatics.
Okay, so I drew this drawing right behind me, and then I painted with watercolors. After watching that video that I watched about, I feel like it was Michelle Gibson or Autodidactic or one of those people. Yeah, that we were. I was like, whoa, the mathematics. So I did my best to do like this. I mean, it's probably hard to see, but I was like, that's my, I wanted to remember that, you know?
Yeah, that's very cool.
That's beautiful.
And I don't watercolor much anymore. So I wanted to do that again, because that's the thing I need to bring back.
Cymatics is what shows you.
And all the windows that you see, you know, that.
Yeah,
and there's obviously every part of that design is for a reason, you know.
I'll turn on the light and see. But I also, oh my God, you guys.
Molly.
It's your first time to my house, Jen.
I love it.
And everybody, it's a party. Okay, I was turning the light on, but I have my this American flag was up on my house.
Oh, look at your
last year, but it fell down, and I need some help getting it put back up. But it's a super windy spot. But I turned the light on because I wanted to. See the color. It's a bunch of random stuff. It's not all mine.
Okay.
It's beautiful.
I have some. I do. You want to see what I painted when I was pregnant with my son, who is now he's almost 21 now. He was born like 2 days after September 11th. See this weird little squiggle? Can you see that? I called it La Onda.
Oh, no.
Rosie, hablas español?
Rosie.
¿Me entiendes, no? Sí, la onda. La onda means like the wave or the vibe or whatever.
Oh, nice. Look at that.
It's like a cool thing, but I also want to show you this since you're at my house, and I know I don't want to bogart, but
we're going on a tour.
But you're gonna see the weave. I made a loom with a frame with picture wooden frame, and then I wove this American flag. I still need to put this. I need to embroider the stars on, but I did this. I started like in the winter. I made this. Yeah. I wish you could. I can't tell how well you can see it, but I'll touch it. See,
yeah,
that's like, beautiful.
It's like
beautiful.
all the. I'm gonna fix. I gotta finish it, but it's like tactile and awesome.
Oh wow.
Oh, and well, the frame fell, but the flag didn't. Look at that. Look at how cool it looks. It's like blood dripping.
And the flag was still there.
Okay, so anyway. I mean,
Hallelujah.
It was. Oh my God, Ani DeFranco would write a good song about that kind of thing. Okay, anyway, while I had your attention, I want to show you, I guess, at least that little bit.
That's nice. Thank you. Molly, what is going on? Molly, can you hear us?
The moves.
Hi,
Molly. The moves.
Moves.
I want to see that.
Love
beagle.
and blessings.
Oh,
love and blessings.
Hi, Molly.
You're in paradise. It looks like.
It looks peaceful.
Molly, show us your bugle.
We're all so grateful to be here.
Talk to us.
I just want to send love and blessings to each and every one here, including all the chatmosphere. And I want to say happy birthday to Nana for Trump.
Yay. Nice.
Bless
Many
you, sweetheart.
birthday
Thank
blessings.
you, Molly. Bless Nana.
Way to
And I
represent,
love
Molly.
you guys. This is profound.
Wow.
Inconceivable.
Well, profound and accessible too. I love how that's going.
Hi, Mish.
Yes. It's beautiful. Music heals the soul, the mind, the emotions, the physical frequency heals our physical body.
Yes.
As long as it comes from the right place.
That's right. That's right.
I think the voice as well.
The right place is personal though, and I think that's why
even talking.
No, it's not. It's not personal. It's not personal.
I think it's personal
all.
between you and God, though.
That's right.
With obviously some semblance of divine order, you know, not as an excuse to do whatever you want, but
God spoke the world into existence.
Yes, yeah.
Absolutely.
Which is what creates order in our world, in nature.
Absolutely.
Well, and that you guys are reminding me, that's what I've been writing, is because I kind of just instinctively speak before I even know what I'm saying. And just thinking about the power of the word, just thinking about the power of the word and my word and anything I say and I hear, and I'm learning to hear myself and recognize like, whoa. Well, I'm noticing things that I didn't think I was embodying or whatever, but I hear it come out of my mouth and I'm like, it's pretty subtle, but I'm like, I could do better. Like just thinking about, were you talking about dating, Jen? Did you mention that? Because well, and so that's kind of where I'm noticing it specifically, I guess. That's kind of where, because I project the best with regular people, but like I think in love I have some trauma and some shit that like I might accidentally recreate. I might recreate it though, because I might be trying to prevent myself from being hurt in the same way again. And so I'm like, oh shit. So I keep I've been checking myself, but I'm also like I've been seeing somebody a little bit that for like over the span of oh my God, like 9 months now, and we have not hung out a lot. And I'm like, I've been a little impatient and frustrated, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm so grateful. And I feel like I'm getting clued in a little bit. Like my impatience, would have told me that he didn't value me, I think, in the past. So I'm so grateful for this extra time. Oh, well, yeah. So, you know, and I think in my comment, I don't know if you guys read that, but he actually straight up came in the place where I like to sing, which I haven't really been singing there for a while, and I've seen him around plenty, but we haven't talked a lot. And I've been curious about him for a long time, and I've met everybody. Everybody wants a piece of me, but you know, it's karaoke. That's my church. I don't mess around. But first thing he said to me, I think, was like, he walked in and he was like,
my church. I love that.
Yeah, totally. And he goes, "Are you vaxxed?" And I looked at him and I'm like, that's my HIPAA, right? Like, I have a standard where I just don't share that kind of private personal information because, you know, I've been noticing more and more, like, people didn't want to hear my validation for what my opinion was because I'm an open book. But I was like, okay, we're not going there. Like, HIPAA, we need to, like, respect that, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm setting this, like, standard, right? But I looked at him and I was just like, I'll tell him the truth. I'll talk to him. I'll tell him. And he was like, he goes, yeah, me. He was like, yeah, me neither. And I looked at him and I was like, pure blood. And he put his hand on the small of my back. And I was like, yeah.
Just be honest and loving. That's all you got to do.
Well, that's it. So there's honesty. And so anyway, I've been noticing, like, part of what that thing I felt, there was a je ne sais quoi. There was something about him that I sensed that I could not even justify or even, and I'm like, whoa, my gut, like, there's something here that I can trust, but I also need to trust and verify. I need time.
Yes.
So I'm being allowed that time, even though I'm super impatient in a lot of ways, but I'm not ready.
Right.
So that's
Take
great.
Time. Take time.
Yeah, if you're going to get anxious, it ain't going to help you.
Well, I didn't hear what you said, but I think what I realize is that this guy is allowing himself time.
That's all I said.
Well, that's it. It's honest and truthful. But I think that we can go down wormholes and rabbit holes, and then there's triggers, and we can, like, make a lot about nothing, and
only trigger
or like miss the chance to. Well, we can miss the chance to understand each other sometimes. I feel like people think they know me because I have a lot of words, and it's like, oh, these words are like mere attempts to articulate what's really in here. So he's a lot like me and totally opposite of me. I go, we have the opposite kind of charm, you know, which, you know, anyway, it's counterintuitive, but it's also, like, very resonant. And I'm going to stop talking about that, but, like, because that's, I mean, he doesn't have my YouTube channel, obviously. I would not.
I hope that things work out for you. And with that, I would like to say that this lovely Latina in California, I think she has something to say. If she wasn't here, she wouldn't be here.
You mean Rosie Pie?
Rosie, darling, do you have anything to say to us?
I think I hear an echo.
Rosie darling, do you have anything to say?
Rosie Pie's raising her hand, Professor.
It's just an echo. How's it sound now?
It's Karen, maybe.
Karen's here. Karen, welcome.
Karen, we're getting some feedback.
Talk to us. What's going on, Karen?
Yes.
Karen
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Let's go. Thank you for your encouragement.
Yes.
What's up, Karen? Front line.
Okay. All right. I went off. I figured like it was too many people, so I was about to do me time. But Rosie, you know that I've envisioned this moment, right? With regular people coming on the chat. You remember, just real people in the chat. We said, you know,
you're not the only one.
Is able to actually see each other, communicate. Like Rosie, you know, I've had a conversation about this a long time ago. Like the real people who are out there every day with their 10 toes on the ground, that's experiencing the real things.
Nice.
You know, like God is just good, man.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, how much this church has
awesome.
how much you all, I mean, and we've earned this because, like, I mean, we all respect each other because we recognize each other for, like, over the span of time. And so, like, I can't even tell you how much of a difference I might have made because of this.
Oh,
wow.
That's so
I've
beautiful.
been called out and told thank you for not wearing a mask, and I've learned how to do it with grace and, like, righteous indignance, but grace, because you can't get mad at me because I didn't do anything to you. I'm respecting myself, and and if I'm gracious, like, you can't get confused about it. Like, you're having a problem if you're gonna have a fit.
Oh, yeah.
So
that's awesome.
I can't even tell you how much. Scott McKay helped me a lot too. I realized at the beginning that Patriot Street Fighter, who, I don't know, Mike, I don't have the capacity to Telegram and that, so I'm not in touch with everybody still, but they're like my training wheels, including you, Jen.
Oh,
you fiery little one.
Jen, you're building a bridge around the world. Do you see? You're building a bridge around the world. Like, everyone in this chat is from a different state. Joseph is from Ireland. Do people? This is what the meaning of collective.
That is pretty awesome.
What collective truly means, because when we all go to sleep and get off this, this YouTube, this, camera, we're gonna think about this chat, and those emotions and feelings, it vibrates literally into the universe. Like, oh man, like, this journey is just.
And Karen, you too. You, like, kind of, like, didn't let me just give up that easy. You were like, give it a try. Get on today.
I did. Like, come on, PH Joy, you can do it. You could come on. Like, we've said so many things to each other, and we've built and shared comments. But I personally feel, because I move by discernment, that it's time for people to see whom they've been dealing with, because that's how we remove the race barrier.
Yeah.
I've been rocking with you for 2 years, calling you my brother, you calling me my sister. Now when I see you, it's like,
I'm always poking those prayers.
And the next thing is gonna be the group chat, group trip. You watch and see, guys.
That's right.
It already is.
See.
It is.
Did anyone think it was
like,
weird?
Jen,
Like,
you're
when
the
you didn't know
bomb,
what
Jen.
someone looked
You're
like?
the bomb. I wish I had, like, the vocals where I could just go.
We was talking about this on Prime's chat back in the day, like, all this, like, getting together and everything. And it's like, one of these days we're gonna have this huge party, like all these weird people that have come together.
So
love
who's
each
going
other.
to DJ? Is it going to be between
like Sean? I haven't had
Jennifer, Karen?
Oh my God, I got goosebumps.
That's
oh my gosh, we've been
DJ,
doing so good for so
you
long.
DJ
Now we're
and Karen,
finally
and you,
talking
Jennifer?
over each other like a real party.
That's right.
So I have something to say.
Yes, Jamie.
Okay, so this beautiful, precious woman, Jen.
Which one?
Jennifer Easton. This darling, gorgeous woman.
Yeah.
Has provided
She's our
us
matriarch.
She's provided us this platform to talk with one another, people who care, and this is so important. And I want to give you all of the. Well, first of all, I give glory to God, but I give glory to you too as well, because I think what you've done is wonderful. And I was apprehensive about coming on here because, I have some things going on in my life, and I have for a long time, but it's important to say things to my fellow humans, people that I love.
Yeah.
And thank you, darling, for this opportunity.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Bless you with all my heart. Thank you, Jen.
Thank you.
I'm honored.
Yeah.
I
It's
love
9 of us in here. That means soul.
I dream of having a wraparound porch and chairs, and I think of you now on my front porch. We're sitting, and this is how we're going to heal. We're going to heal the relationships. I don't care about your color, and I know you don't care about mine. We were all taught the wrong thing about each other, and we fear what we don't understand. But Jamie, I love you. if I could sit down and make you a meal and just break bread with you, I would do it right now. Jojo,
well, fear is the word. Exactly.
Well,
that
all of you, I would
there's
just,
a lot of.
I want to just sit and hear your story, like where I can see your face. It doesn't matter what you've been through.
You don't want to hear my story, Jen.
You
Mine
come
neither.
as you
story
are.
is a mess.
Come as you are.
We all a
I
mess,
feel like
Jamie.
Jen could handle it. I think she could if you could handle telling it, Jamie. But that's, you know, all in good time, right?
But it's
Yeah, in
coming.
good time.
Yeah, let's not go there
Yeah.
tonight.
We may
Look,
have
look
that,
at
we may
this.
have
It's
that
gonna
kind of
come.
thing
Look at
where
this.
I have you come on one by one, and if you want to tell your story,
Yeah.
you're the stars. You're the stars.
Yeah,
I don't want to
yeah.
hear from, you know, celebrities. You're the celebrities.
Yeah.
I may do
Yeah.
that. I may, if you want to come and tell your story and get to know who we are, you don't have to
Yeah.
reveal a lot of things. But my thing is, like, come as you are. You don't have to
Yes.
be perfect.
Come as you are.
Look, we came through this
You
far.
guys are the
As I
trailblazers.
want
You know,
you
we
to
came this
be.
far. And we're
As
going to
a
keep
at-
going, right? To our
friend,
Yes.
as a
Jubilee.
friend,
Our
as a
Jubilee.
long.
Who's
I just want
singing?
to say, look how many people are here. It's
Well,
beautiful.
Karen said 9. Is that a soul number? Is that like
9 is
a
soul.
numerology thing?
3, 6, 9. 3 is mind, 6 is body, and 9 is soul.
Okay.
9 is the number.
So, and I waited, and I waited, and I waited, you know, and I just said, I gotta come on because I remember I used to tell
You're the
them,
soul that's missing.
we need chats with real people who are out there every day experiencing real everyday people who walked away from their jobs, people who are still, you know, dealing with this system because they got to put food on the table. The real people, these are the vibrations that need to go out into the universe. And Jen, my sister, man, hats off to you. Like,
well, and to clarify, I said you're the soul. What I meant was you are the last piece of the soul puzzle in this particular moment. That's all, right? Just to clarify. But
We had
exactly.
our Harlem Sentinel. I'm glad you came up.
Like, this is amazing. When something
I'm representing from the Pacific Northwest.
Yay.
that
you
you
guys?
envision and you actually see it happen, it's just touching. Like, I want to cry, but I don't want to do that in front of you guys. But
I'm crying, Karen.
Well, do it. I did.
Man, Rosie, you
There's-
cry with
the
me,
thing is,
Rosie.
though, there's
you
happy
cry
tears.
with me, soul sister.
It's hard.
But man, this is
No, these are
touching.
tears
Like,
of love for all of you, and that's the truth.
Yeah.
I'm
right,
not
like,
crying.
because
I'm
we
not crying
all
because
been
I'm
in
sad.
pain.
I
We
think
all
this is
suffer.
beautiful.
I'm a super salty cracker over here. I got tears coming down. I'm sweating. It's hot in the house, and I'm a little hungover.
Wow.
I actually was like being pretty healthy there for a minute, and I was like feeling goodness.
this
Like
is
I'm feeling the
amazing.
pain in a big way, which is good because that's the thing that's the clarifier that helps you redirect, I guess.
Well,
Right?
if
But anyway,
we really want to meet, guys, we have to, as a group, collective chat, like seriously brainstorm. Like Sean, Molly, a couple of you guys. I haven't been able to actually put in the Zoom, but we're gonna start a Zoom so we can figure out ways where we could start brainstorming this actual, like,
a festival,
hug each other, festival, camping trip,
chat Manosphere.
Yeah.
whatever. But
Well,
Cumberland
Karen,
Island.
I mean, Karen, you've helped me so much. I mean, you on Instagram, your energy, everything you're posting, all the work you're doing with people, it's just amazing. And I love the fact that we're on different parts of the world, but we can affect each other so much, you know?
Thank
It's
you,
amazing.
Joseph. And you've affected me so well with your music. There's times that I've laid down and just listen to your tunes, and it's taking me like other places. Like, I'm just answering my call. My call is to inspire people. My call is to put myself out there to show people that I'm a real person who I came up in this matrix, statistically placed in a place where I was not supposed to succeed. I was not supposed to see through the smoke screens. And I'm not giving up, guys. I am not giving up, and I ain't going to empower anyone to keep going forward. I don't, you know, some days are going to be good. Some days are not going to be so good, but just to look at the polarity of the left, the right, the good, the bad, in a different outlook, you know, just try to take everything now with a positive outlook. Because like I said, if they take it all away from us in the seat that we sit in right now, what state of mind would you want to go out in?
Yeah, I feel like if I went now, fine, grand. You know, that's the way you got to live, I think. Because 2020,
I can embrace it.
Yeah.
Like, okay,
2020, you're all gonna die of the flu.
Like,
and yet people were not able to get cancer treatment because they couldn't go into a hospital without a mask, but they're afraid of dying of the flu.
Right, crazy.
You know, it's just absolute insanity. They have the fear of death on people so much that you know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Karen, your love is lifting me higher than I've ever been lifted before. Hey. Well, and by the way, we keep doing that higher and higher.
This is how it's supposed to be. Do you know?
Well, yeah, and look, you delivered me here. So there you are. Right. Today it worked.
Frequency that we're putting out tonight. And Rosie said something. Rosie said tomorrow or the 28th, right? It's supposed to be an end to all of this. Look what we did tonight.
Oh wow,
right.
Rosie, you just said that too, and look at
so you mean like you think so? Is the what is it called in the Bible?
She was saying astrologically. She was saying,
okay,
and look what we did astrologically without planning, going with the flow. You know what I'm saying? Not giving up. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Don't be afraid.
Yeah.
And we ended up with the number 9.
Go to Dallas.
Well, and then that's further proof though that you don't have to figure it all out, because like you end up wherever you're gonna end up. Yeah. I mean, because I've been trying to like figure out the formula to life like since I was 5, and growing up in the church, and you know, like that was a little too psychological for me, but you know,
there's no formula.
I felt like it was tough. Well, there's no formula, but I've been looking for the formula since before I took calculus, which I did drop out of because I was just like, okay, I'm done. I can't do any more math.
Want to know what the formula is?
Do you know what's weird? I just can't. I know math is beautiful, but I cannot.
That's the formula. You just got to fly by your pants and go through life.
Oh my gosh, okay. Sean and Joseph were speaking at the same time.
Sorry.
There was fly by the seat of your pants, and what was the other part? What was the other one? I missed the part I missed.
Oh.
Joseph, I think.
I love Sean.
It's LOVE. That's the formula.
Sean is Jen's class clown. Sean keeps the class.
But even love has been charged with a lot of like confusion.
No, it's been.
It
hasn't been done anything. It's not true love if it's not real.
As a girl in the world, it's a little confusing sometimes. That's all. It's just confusing sometimes. So I feel like it is simple, but we make it more. Well,
love is never confusing.
Women, we have like 1/8 DNA, and I think that's part of why things are more complicated.
Love is never confusing, darling. It doesn't happen that way.
You know? Well, I feel like I complicate it, but it's important for me to respect my own feelings about love and all that. So, I 44 years in, I'm starting to get the idea. I think I'm kind of figuring it out. Like, I'm so happy to be a late bloomer.
Yeah, late blooming is good.
Dude, I'm an empty nester now, you guys. It's pretty amazing. I mean, I am in kind of my own perfect heaven, even though I still suffer and like struggle and like feel bad when I shouldn't really, you know.
You're human.
Right?
We're growing and learning. Don't be hard on yourself.
Well, there's the humility part that's what happens. We have to do that, or we're just gonna not be okay. We're not.
And we're purging and we're healing, but we're also having a great time as well. It's so weird.
That's right.
I'm laughing and crying all the time.
I have a question for you folks.
I like that.
So,
we are family. Very good.
We are.
Yeah, we got right in the groove.
They say people don't connect. They say people connect for a reason. Reason, a lesson. But it's all a blessing in the end.
Amen. This is beautiful.
Rosie Pop.
I have a question. One last thing. I have a question for all of you.
Yeah.
So
you know what? I want to I want to make it a place where I want to do this more often. And if you're in the Chatmosphere and you were nervous, a lot of us were nervous to pop on, but once you get through it, as everyone is saying, like PH Joy and everybody, Jamie, once you do it, you're gonna be good. Okay.
Maybe they should do the.
Even though we're unvaccinated, we're not gonna bite you. But come on out, and I want to do this more often. But I'm gonna go and I got to take care of some things. But I'll be on the radio at 11 p.m. You can call in there too. We have call in.
Maybe call in on the radio first.
Yes, you can call in.
Is that like in 2 hours?
What's that?
It's like in 2.5
Eastern time. I'm gonna do a night shift radio at Jenny, the stationhead.com. Jenny the
I know you're. I was there for the first one. I caught that one.
Yes,
I haven't.
you were
I've been
there.
kind of.
Radio is no holds barred. Jen goes in on the radio.
Oh, Jen, I wasn't signed in, and so I couldn't comment. But I was like, "Oh yeah, you're playing my songs. You're ringing my bell. You played that one too."
Oh,
hey, let Jamie answer ask his question.
Yeah, my question is.
What's that, Jamie?
My question is can we pray together?
Pray together?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
Can we lead
Down
out
with
in a
that.
prayer? Because you brought it up. Jamie, can you please lead us in a prayer?
Dear Lord, Jesus Christ, we take your blessings every day, and we accept the hardships in life, and we stand together in a loving community, and we support and love each other as our own family, because that's what we are. And I want you, dear Lord, to bless us in all of our lives, everyone in this chatmosphere and everyone on this podcast. These are people that mean something to you, Lord. I've never prayed a prayer in front of anyone.
Wow.
But I want to tell you, Lord,
Thank you, Jamie.
that we bless all the people in this world, the people that mean something to you, and the people that care, and the people that want a better life. Amen.
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 Thank
Amen.
you, Jamie.
You
That was
are
so
all
beautiful.
warriors. God bless
So
you all.
beautiful. Thank you all. And
I love you.
Love you too. Love you all. We're gonna do it maybe tomorrow. Just look out for
Yeah.
me. I'm locked out of my main channel, but I'm still fighting the technology war. I'm not gonna go anywhere. Okay, you can always find me on the radio. They're not gonna deplatform.
Oh, Jen is rolling.
Yeah, I gotta figure that one out still.
That's okay. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. Don't worry. It's just I wanted to always have another place, but we'll stick together. But tomorrow, I want more people to jump on, and I want to hear, and we want to see you cam up. Don't worry.
It was way easier than I even imagined.
Yeah, you can do it from your phone.
Right.
Joy, you kept saying I don't have the technology. I said you can go from your phone.
No, I
But
mean,
you know what? I learned how to do the link. So I know.
Well, but it's also like I don't have a lot of.
Stationhead.com.
If you have issues with storage space, I do have issues with that, but clearly it's not a problem. So there we go.
Good night, all. So we meet
God
again.
bless every loving soul here.
Thank you, everybody, for showing up. Nice to see some faces.
That's right. This is awesome. Love you.
Much love.
All right.
We have so much more to talk about. It's so hard to say goodbye.